Hello, everybody, and welcome inside a Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School. And we have an MRVC West double header. I was trying to listen and see what they were talking about there. Sorry about that. First, it'll be the Chicks of Pleasant Hill and the Lady Wildcats of Harrisonville coming your way. First time we've got All right, let's try this again. Hello, everybody, and welcome inside a Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School. We're ready for high school basketball action. The Lady Wildcats and the Chicks of Pleasant Hill in the Cass County Clash Girls Edition, and we will have the boys game afterwards. So we have some Lady Wildcat basketball coming your way first. We'll have that varsity doubleheader. First time we'll get to see the Lady Wildcats this year. New look Lady Wildcats, they graduated a lot last season. So maybe a little growing pains this year, but they have gotten a couple of W's when they've needed them, and we are ready to see them for the first time this year. So we're ready for some high school basketball. We will take a timeout. We will be back in a few minutes. Thanks to some of our great sponsors. You're listening to the Sherwood Community Bank pregame show, brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank, where you can go for youth savings and checking accounts today. We'll be back after this.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com. Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram. When you plan a party, the last thing you want to worry about is cooking. So call the experts at Time for Seasoning Caterings. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant event for you. So take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME forseasoning.com.
Looking for a new modern style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today. Buying a house is a full-time job in itself. Why not take the work out of finding your dream home? Go see Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage Realtors today. Locally owned and members of the community, American Heritage is sure to help you find everything you need in a new home. With insight to local schools, parks, and neighborhoods, they'll match you with everything you want for your dream home. So when the time comes to buy or sell, call American Heritage Realtors at 816-380-6161 or visit them today online at americanheritage-realtors.com.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 4T's streamings of varsity doubleheader tonight between the Harrisonville Lady Wildcats and the Chicks of Pleasant Hill, and then the Harrisonville Wildcat boys will get their shot at the Pleasant Hill Roosters. Varsity doubleheader action. First time we've got to see the Lady Wildcats this season. They will play the Chicks of Pleasant Hill. Both teams kind of growing pains this year. First year head coach for the Chicks of Pleasant Hill is Kyle Reeves, longtime assistant. Actually, Kyle was my wife's student teacher about 9 years ago. So he's the head coach at Pleasant Hill for the Chicks. We will have the boys after this one as the Cats try to maintain a perfect conference record. So we will have some basketball coming your way in about 10 minutes or so. And we will be back with more on your pregame show here, brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank. We'll be back after this.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a fourth-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Domnick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you are looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No! Give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
Nobody needs to be left stranded with a broken car in the winter cold. Take your vehicle into Young's Auto and have them give you a full winter checkup. Their experienced staff will make sure you are ready for even the coldest winter days and nights. Don't just rely on anyone with your car. Go see Young's Auto Repair and let them give you peace of mind during these cold winter months. Young's Auto on Commercial, behind the garage.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
From convenience with the Joe Coffee ordering app or comfort with a beautiful area to sit and sip a coffee and do some work, Brickhouse Coffee is Harrisonville's hometown coffee shop. Located on the corner of Harrisonville's historic square, Brickhouse Coffee has a little something for everyone. Check out their Facebook page for upcoming events, and remember to stay warm with some hot coffee this winter.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri for the Harrisonville Wildcats and the Pleasant Hill Chicks.
Thank you, Braxton Grammer, for bringing us back from the break. You ready for some basketball tonight?
Yeah.
Who plays after this game's over?
The Harrisonville Wildcats and the Pleasant Hill Roosters.
Good job. We worked on that a little bit today as the Braxton sent everybody a message out on Facebook, and he kept calling them the Lady Roosters, and I was like, well, bud, they're a little bit odd up. They got a little bit of a different mascot. So I'm glad you brought us back from break. Will you join me later on tonight?
Yep.
All right, thank you. All right, so we're about 4 minutes away from your opening tip-off here in Harrisonville. Lady Wildcats and the Chicks of Pleasant Hill. Been thanking all of our great sponsors. I'm going to run down a list of our sponsors that make all these broadcasts possible all season long. Also want to talk about one of my great sponsors here in just a minute as well. Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center, Holland Auto Sales, Max Ford of Harrisonville, Lacey Dominic Shelter Insurance, Cameron Chenoweth, American Family Insurance, Young's Tire and Wheel Center, Young's Auto Repair, Sherwood Community Bank, Creighton Urick, Garden City, and Harrisonville, American Heritage Realtors, C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing, the official outfitter of the Harrisonville Wildcat 4Ts crew, Dickey Cottage, Forge by Fire, Uptown Event Center, the Susie Q Drive-In and Peculiar, Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance, Hawthorne Bank, Colby's Car Clinic, Health Stir Farm, Schroeder Chiropractic, Atkinson Funeral Home, Harrisonville Chamber of Commerce, the Harrisonville Trade Fair Mall, Harrisonville Sonic Drive-In, Upcycled Orchard, Brickhouse Coffee, and Time for Season Catering. And back to one of our great sponsors, Forged by Fire. If you did not know of an evening Forged by Fire does deliver. Don't wait on DoorDash or whatever, one of those crazy ones that are supposedly in town. Give them a call. It's a $2.95 delivery. Of course, you'd want to tip the driver. They do it Wednesday through Sunday. So it's of an evening. Get out there. If you don't want to get out to Forged by Fire, but you're craving a Boss Burger, give them a call and they will take care of you. So we got about 2 minutes to go before we'll have our PA announcing and our opening tip-off. We'll keep it here for just one more minute, and then we will take a break, and we'll have your opening tip after that. Starting lineups brought to you by Harrisonville's best lineup and only lineup of home appliances. That is Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. For the Chicks of Pleasant Hill will be Allie Redwine, Hannah Hawker, Allie Bratton, Kylie Campbell, and Paige Hicks. For the Lady Cats, it'll be Allie Knox, Desta Mitchell, Cheyenne Sasonis, Carly Reynolds, and Madison Johnson. Those are the starters for both teams. And, you know, this is going to be one of those strange games. Both teams kind of growing through growing pains, one with a new coach, one with a lot of new starters. You know, Allie Knox, the one with the most the most experience coming back for the Lady Wildcats. The rest of them some of them have had some varsity experience, but lost a lot to graduation. So will be interesting to see. You know how it is. You just throw out all of the records when it comes to a rivalry game like this. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with your opening tip. Thanks again for joining us on your pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. We'll be back with the opening tip in just a few minutes.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
No matter the time of year, Sonic of Harrisonville is the place to go for good food quick. Not to mention you can have all-day happy hour if you order a drink on the app. If it's a corn dog you're after or maybe onion rings, they have that too. The best part of the app is you order, pay online, drive in, pull up, they bring it out to you and you're on your way. Sonic is also one of the best ways to raise money for your organization. Call Ed for details today. Sonic of Harrisonville, not just another fast food restaurant.
All right, welcome back inside a Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School, Harrisonville, Missouri. A varsity doubleheader coming your way. The Wildcats of Harrisonville, the Lady Wildcats of Harrisonville, and the Chicks of Pleasant Hill. Game one of our varsity doubleheader here tonight. So we get ready to rock and roll. Does not look like they're going to do the national anthem for this game, so they may wait before the boys' game. We'll have a little bit of a break in between games, I believe, because I think, I could be wrong, but is it court warming tonight? I don't know. Gary looked at me crazy. Jerry doesn't think so. I may be crazy. Who knows? So,
well, that's. Are you asking?
I'm just talking out loud. I do that a lot. So we're ready for the opening tip-off here. Bratton going to jump it up, and she jumps up against Mitchell, and it'll be Cat's ball to start off. Inside quickly, no good. Rebound for the Chicks, and it goes back the other way. Across the timeline they go. Back out front. Hawker with it. She's got it between the circles. Dribbles over to the right side wing, goes inside. A little cutter. No good. Fouled on her way to the bucket. And Campbell will go to the line for a pair. So right away, Pleasant Hill gets it inside and goes to the line. So yeah, Gary, I was just talking out loud.
Okay. I was wondering if you were wanting an answer, I was going to answer it. But if you don't want an answer, then I won't.
Well, I would love an answer if you have the actual answer.
That wasn't the question that you had, though.
I've got lots of questions. Trust that I've got lots of questions. So we are ready. This first free throw was no good. Second free throw is good. Remember, free throws mean free quotes. Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance in Harrisonville on the A-frame across from Casey's. 1-0 Pleasant Hill with the early lead. Cats with the ball. They get it down low. Throw it back up front. Carly Reynolds with it. Kicks it in the corner for Knox. Back to Reynolds. She's got it left side wing. Looks to the free throw line with it. Underneath. Layup is good by Mitchell. And it goes back to Pleasant Hill. Cats up 2-1. Long distance throw, no good. Over the head and back to the Cats. Knox out there looking for a three. She's going to drive now, kick it back out. On the wing, they go with it. Johnson with it. Goes free throw line for Mitchell. Mitchell back to Johnson. She'll fire a three. No, misses everything. Good rebound on the backside by Allie Knox. And the Cats lead 4-1 early on. Try to get the ball in is Hicks. She's going to get it in the backcourt for Redwine. Redwine going to bring it up for Pleasant Hill. Across the timeline, Redwine with it, guarded by Knox. She's going to zigzag, almost carries, gets it over on the wing. Left side, top of the key, spin around. Hawker on the right side wing now. She's trying to direct traffic. Cats knock it out from inside. Kick back out to Redwine, to Hawker. Hawker going to drive in, kicks it in the corner. 3 ball on the way by Pleasant Hill, no good. Rebound inside. Mitchell comes down with it, and now it bounces away from her. Redwine picks it up. Back top of the key for Hawker. She's going to drive in the lane. Floater, no. Blocked away. Picked up by Mitchell of the Lady Cats. She gets it off to Johnson. Back the other way they go. Reynolds with it on the wing right side. She'll fire a 3. Good! Carly Reynolds for 3, and it's 7-1. And we got a timeout on the floor. Pleasant Hill Cats with an early 6-point lead. We'll be right back after this 30.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
The where the grammars go, Holland's Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
All right, welcome back. Cats lead by 6 early on in this one. Just 5:50 to go still here in the first quarter, Gary. Good ball movement by the Lady Cats, looking good. Gary's trying to eat his dinner, and I haven't talked to Gary since I got here an hour ago. He's been on the phone, so I'll have to give him a hard time about that. Long distance pass up and good for Campbell, and it's 7-3. So quickly out of the timeout, Coach Reeves draws up a good one. And now Vandendale liner on the floater, no good, and it goes back the other way. Across the timeline they go. They have it out on the wing. Redwine out front they go for Bratton. Bratton over to Hawker. Hawker goes inside, throws that one away. She's looking for a cutter. Lady Wildcats 3-14 on the year. Started out great. They were in the championship game of the Eagle Invitational. Got to the championship, got beat by St. Michael the Archangel. We're 2-1 on the year. Went on a long losing streak. Broke that losing streak the end of last week with a win over Hogan Prep 58-19, and they're 3-14 on the year. Knocked away. Coming in hot from behind. Natalie Gibbs firing that one up against the wall. That would have been in the weight room back before they put the wall up, Gary.
Yeah, it would have.
I called many a basketball games up from that weight room. And I kind of liked it up there because I was away from everybody, could do whatever up there. But I like it up here too. It's not good view here. I got the half court from here, so. Pleasant Hill with the ball, out front with it, 4:55 to go in the first quarter. They get it inside to Bratton, who puts it in for 2, and it's 7-5. So Bratton knocks in, and a walk by Vandendale off the wing, and it stays 7-5. So Lady Wildcats 3-14 on the season. There's a whistle and looks like it's going to be Pleasant Hill ball still down here in front of us. Set to pass it in will be Hicks. Hicks gets it in to Hawker, back to Hicks. She's going to drive off her foot as she tries to drive and out of bounds. Cat's going to bring it back the other way. Gibbs with it. Almost walked there. 3 ball by Vandendale. No. Rebound on the backside. Going to be chased down by Gibbs. She's got it in the right corner. Top of the key, Vandendale. She'll fire again. Cannot connect. Rebound. Fought for. Gibbs going to chase it down, but out of bounds, and it'll go. Stay with the Lady Cats. I guess that was tip. No. Yeah, it'll stay with the Lady Cats here. Reynolds set to check or pass it in. She gets it in to Vandendale. 6-12, the Chicks of Pleasant Hill, their record on the season. 3 ball out front, good. Vandendale, third time's the charm for Vandendale, and it's 10-5 Lady Cats. And now Bratton beats the pressure and goes layup good, and it's 10-7. And now we got a timeout, Harrisonville, after back-to-back Britton buckets, and it's 10-7. like we're going to have a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here with you on this one. 4 minutes to go here, first quarter, 10-7 the score. Two teams really, Gary, hungry for a win. One team, Pleasant Hill, 6-12 on the year. Lady Cats, 3-14. And, you know, they've had some tough games. They played in the Webb City tournament, and that was for no slouches down there. They got beat by Bentonville, Arkansas, which is a Class 7 team. They got beat by Webb City, and then they got beat by Columbia Battle. So all three of those are gigantic, you know, schools. I mean,
well, and kind of like what we talked about the boys coming out of those games of a week ago. The game's going to be slower for them because of the teams that they were playing.
Absolutely, the boys, and we talk about that. The boys look great on Tuesday night. I'll get to that later on in their game. Reynolds has it in the corner, dribbles out of the corner, swings it up for Layton, we'll call 3 seconds, Messer, and it goes back to Pleasant Hill. 10-7 game, 3:42 to go in the first half. And you hear that name Reynolds, if you're a Wildcat fan, you should know that name. Jace Reynolds, 2,000 yards, right.
Who's that?
And guess what? That name ain't going away for a couple of years, because we got Jace for 2 more years of football. In his senior year, his brother will probably be playing some varsity football, and there's 4 more years after that. So get used to the name Reynolds in Harrisonville for the next 6 years. Inside they go to Bratton. She is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
I'm more than happy to be used to that name for quite some time to come.
And I was giving Coach, I was at the game on Tuesday night, the boys' game, and Coach Meeks was sitting in front of us. I was giving him a hard time. I said, are we going to see Ready Rose Bowl parade next fall in the Wildcat offense? I'll be ready to see the four tops spin around. And this is the first time we've been on the air since the Kansas City Chiefs became Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, you gave me a hard time about wearing my hat that night.
It's a good thing you wore it, or we wouldn't have won. 3 ball, no good. Rebound on the backside by Reynolds. She chases it down, has it in the corner left side, going to drive, floater left side, no good. Rebound goes out to Pleasant Hill. They're going to bring it back the other way. Johnson tries to go coast to coast. Stop, drop, can't get it to stop, pop, and didn't get it to drop, I should say. And it goes back to the Cats. Johnson ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds has got it on the wing. Back out front to Johnson. Johnson will fire a 3. No good. Rebound inside. And they're going to call a travel. So that will stay.
Apparently our foul number is not working. Who got the foul down here? Do you remember? On that last.
I am not sure. Bratton's got it in the backcourt. She's going to dribble it all the way down. Now going to have to hand off. Hawker has it on the wing right side. She goes back inside for Bratton. Too hard. Messer going to pick it up for the Lady Cats and push it the other way. Messer has it to Knox, but throws it at her feet and out of bounds off of Knox. It will stay, or it'll go back to Pleasant Hill. So the Chicks with the ball. Redwine to throw it in for them. Try to get the ball in here shortly. Oh, they get it in and promptly throw it away. Cat's going to get the ball back. Emma Johnson had it, tried to pass it back to Redwine, and she was still out of bounds, so it stays with the Cats now. And Carly Reynolds to pass it in. 2:26 to go here. First half of this one, 10-8 our score. Kick it in the corner, 3 ball by Reynolds. No good. Rebound on the backside by the Lady Cats. They're going to get it out of trouble into the corner now for Knox. Knox out front for Johnson. She's got it on the wing, goes inside a little bit too hard on the bounce pass. Tried to get it inside to Sasonis, and instead it goes back to Pleasant Hill. The Chicks have it on the wing. Back top of the key, knocked away, and in the backcourt, picked up and out of bounds. Knox was fighting for it, could not come up with it. Johnson. Arden Middahl comes into the game for the Lady Wildcats. Her first action of the night. Almost a steal by Gibbs in the backcourt is Hicks with it, guarded by Gibbs. Going to kick it off on the wing for Campbell. She's going to drive in, floater, no. Rebound by the Cats, and then a travel by Gibbs with 1:37 to go here in the first half. So 1:37 to go, first half, 10-8 our score. Cats lead by a pair. They have led by as many as 6 in this opening half. Jumper is good, and we're knotted up at 10 apiece. Bratton with another bucket. Got her with 7 in this first half first quarter out of the 10 for Bratton. Out of bounds stays with the Cats with 1:21 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Skip pass over to Knox. Knox going to go inside with it, and a travel called. Mitchell had it, and it goes back the other way. Hicks to pass it in. Cats showing full court pressure, and they try to get it in. Kind of a lazy pass inbounds to Johnson. That's Emma Johnson of Pleasant Hill. We got Johnsons all over the place. We have to decipher those. Hicks has got it. She's going to bring it across the timeline, dribble it off her foot and out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Lady Cats. Turnover number 72 in the first quarter. A lot of turnovers in this first quarter by both teams trying to settle into this one. 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter. They get it to Mitchell. She's going to have to do something with it, gets rid of it to Knox. Knox has got it on the wing, kick it out. Front. Dribble around outside is Gibbs with it, and a 5-second call. Defense on that one by Terrell. And with 46 seconds to go, we'll have a turnover back the other way. So Lady Cats led by 6. So 46 seconds, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. They get it inbounds, knocked away by the Lady Cats, and back they go. Reynolds across the timeline. She's going to dribble it in. She'll float it up, no good. Rebound by Johnson of Pleasant Hill. She gets it to Hicks. Hicks is going to push it up. Gets trapped on the sideline, but dribbles out of the trap. Now the ball bounces around out front. Picked up by Johnson of Pleasant Hill. Back to Hicks with 25 seconds to go, and then Hicks trips. Going to be called for the foul will be Gibbs with 23 seconds to go. Sasonis and Vandendale check back in. Give a breather to Reynolds and Mitchell. Hicks going to check out. Hawker checks in for her. And Hawker to pass it in on the far sideline. 10-10 our score with 23 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Have it on the wing. Inside they go with it into the corner. Jumper good off the glass. That's hard to do. Off the glass in the corner by Campbell. And it's a 12-10 Pleasant Hill lead. Gibbs with it out front. 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. That one's stolen away by Campbell. She's going to have to hurry. She's going to float it. No, she's fouled with 1/10 of a second to go by Knox. And Campbell will go to the line. She's 1 for 2 from the line. So just a 10th of a second to go here in the first quarter. Just threw a routine at the line with her first. It is up, it is good. It's 13-10 with 1 more to go here.
We're stuck on 10.
We have been stuck on 10 for a while, about halfway through. Have not scored in the last 4 minutes of this first quarter. Second free throw, no good. And at the end of 1, the Chicks lead 13-10. You're watching high school basketball. 4T's streaming on YouTube. We'll be back after this.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn and Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q. You know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, add the tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
All right, welcome back. 1 quarter in the books. 13-10 the score. Lady Wildcats are trailing the Chicks of Pleasant Hill 13-10. It was the night of champions for the Lady Wildcats tonight. They will talk about all of their girls district championship teams. I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Forsler wasn't a part of any of these teams. 97 and 99. Jerry's like, nope, not me. So, nevertheless, they will talk about those, and also the 1982 team and the 2017 team that broke that long streak. That was the first district title since '82, the 2017 team. That ball is thrown away by Pleasant Hill. It'll go back to the Lady Wildcats, trailing 13-10 in this one. They started hot from the field and it cooled off considerably. Have not scored in a little over 4 minutes of game time here. 13-10 our score. Sasonis goes inside and knocks into the corner for Reynolds. She fires, no, a little bit long. Rebound on the backside, Sasonis, but she was on the sideline, out of bounds. So it'll go back to Pleasant Hill. Johnson, that is Molly Johnson, throwing it in to Hannah Hocker. Not real sure what happened there. So they'll try to throw it in again here.
I think the clock was running.
So they get it inbounds. Redwine is trapped at the timeline. She gets it to Hawker. Hawker ahead, stripped away. That was for Molly Johnson. She got it stripped away, and Madison Johnson of the Lady Wildcats comes up with it. Reynolds goes to the free throw line for Mitchell. Inside she goes to Sasonis. Sasonis cannot connect, and it goes back the other way. Pushing it up will be Hicks. She's got it on the wing. Back out front for Hawker. Hawker's got it. Back to Johnson. Stolen away by Knox. She knocks it down, chases it down, kicks it inside. Jumper good by Mitchell, and it makes it 13-12. Desta Mitchell with 4 for the Lady Cats. Back the other way they go, down by 1. Hicks, baseline, Maddie Johnson underneath. She tried to get it back, and they're going to say it's tipped out of bounds by the Cats, and it'll stay with Pleasant Hill. Hicks to pass it in. They're going to go down low, wide open. Bratton, she goes up strong with it. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for a pair. She beat Carly Reynolds there back door. Carly was able to get a body on her and not give her an easy shot. And now Bratton will be at the line. She's 1 for 2 at the line. 2 for 3. It's a 14-12 game. 1 more to go here. They can knock this one down, match their largest lead of the night, which was 3. And she does. 15-12. So Campbell checks in for Redwine. 15-12, 6:28 to go here in the first half. Cats trail by 3. Gibbs brings it across the timeline. She has it on the wing, kicks it off for Knox. Knox back out front, spin it around for Reynolds. Reynolds into the corner for Sasonis. She's going to drive in, kick it out for Gibbs. Gibbs floater wildly misses that one, and it goes back to Pleasant Hill. Hicks ahead for Johnson. That is Emma Johnson. Goes inside for Bratton, knocked away from her, picked up by Gibbs. Gibbs going to run the floor. Loses the handle on it, kicks it off for Reynolds. Kick it over now to Knox. Knox inside Sasonis. She's going to spin, blocked away from her, picked up by the Lady Cats. Inside floater, no good by Gibbs. Rebound Sasonis, up strong. It'll be a foul on the floor. It'll be Lady Cats ball as Reynolds set to throw it in. Trying to get it in here. get it in up top. Do the Lady Wildcats. Got that in for Pfeiffer. Baseline jump or free throw line jumper for Gibbs. It's going to go to Hicks. Across the timeline, into the corner they go. And out of bounds. Sorry about that. When you have a 5-year-old and he needs to go to the bathroom, he's going to let you know about it. 3 ball by the Lady Cats is no good by Vandendale. Off of Pfeiffer, out of bounds. And it'll go back to Pleasant Hill here, up by 3. Hawker ahead for Hicks. Hicks across the timeline into the corner. They go 3 ball by Campbell, no. Rebound by Pfeiffer of the Lady Cats. Pfeiffer's got it. She's looking ahead. She's looking underneath. She's going to fire underneath. Picked off by Bratton. And it goes back the other way. That was a good look by Pfeiffer as that ball goes out of bounds. Only problem is she took too much time there. You got to throw that first time. Don't hesitate. You hesitate, you allow the defense to take care of it, and that's what happened right there. So 4:54 to go first half, 15-12, Cats ball. Turnover plagued the first half of this one. Cats have it. Vandendale gets it off on the wing for Messer. Messer kicks it back out front. Spin it around. That was Middall. Off to Sasonis. Over to Vandendale. Vandendale inside. Now kicks off. Gets it off the foot of Messer and out of bounds. Back to Pleasant Hill. With 4:31 to go in the first half. So 3-point game with 4:31 to go in the half of this one. Overthrow by Pleasant Hill, and it goes back to the Lady Cats. Vandendale has it, kicks inside for Meeks. Blocked away from Meeks as Bratton was right there. That one was knocked away by Lady Cats. Again inside to Meeks, and she puts it up and in for 2. And it goes back the other way. That one's picked off by the Cats. Messer has it. Cats chance to regain the lead. Stop, pop. Oh, can't get it to drop. Pick up by Messer. She gets it out front for Vandendale. She's going to drive in. Floater, no. Rebound inside by Johnson of Pleasant Hill. That was Emma Johnson on the rebound. And now the ball stolen away by Messer. Messer's going to drive it in. She's fouled on the reach in. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Cats with 3:44 to go here in the first half. So Meeks, Messer, Vandendale, and Middall check out as Johnson, Knox, Sasonis, Reynolds check in, and there's a timeout on the floor, just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as there's just 30, 15-14. Honestly, Gary's looking at me and said, who called the timeout? I have no idea. I'm assuming Pleasant Hill called that timeout because our girls were running out to take care of business there. But
well, in our foul information on the scoreboard's not working, so if you miss or you can't see who they're holding up as far as, I don't know who's got the fouls either. So I'll try to do a little bit better second half.
it might have been I guess it could have been our time. I don't think you can call a timeout when you don't have the ball, and we've got the ball.
Yeah, but it was out of bounds.
True. And promptly turnover to Bratton and Pleasant Hill. A 1-point game. Ahead they go. Emma Johnson inside to Bratton. She'll spin, shoot, can't deliver. Rebound by Sasonis, and a reach-in foul on Bratton. Bratton just helped Sasonis up. Cheyenne said, don't touch me. That's another name we might as well get used to with the football and with basketball and soccer. The Sasonis name I asked Jerry Ann a couple of times, their mother, I said, how many kids you got? I feel like there's been a Sasonis in high school for about the last 10 years. And she's got twins, and then she has Austin, and then there's the fourth one. There's two of them. One played football, one played soccer. There's 2 boys, 2 girls. And one of their names is slipping my mind right now, I should say. Out front, Campbell with it, gets it off for Redwine. She's going to drive. She's going to be fouled by Knox. And that means at the line, I think that's 2 on Knox. Oh. I think that was her. I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know who's got the fouls. So it was on Knox. Free throw, no good. Rebound picked up by Reynolds of the Lady Cats, down by 1 in the basketball. They're going to get it inside. Stolen away. Back the other way. Campbell going to go with it. She goes up strong, no good. Bratton with the rebound. It's blocked away from her. Ball into the corner by Campbell. Campbell dribbles out of the corner, tries to dribble out of the corner. Johnson defending her. They hand it off out of bounds. Back to the Lady Wildcats with 2:46 to go. The ball looked like a hot potato over in the corner. Neither team wanted anything to do with that ball. Finally popped off of Pleasant Hill and out of bounds. And it goes back the other way. Get it off for Knox. Knox goes inside with it to Sasonis. Good move by Sasonis. Spins, shoots, and delivers. And the Lady Cats regain the lead at 16-15. Their first lead since back at 10-8. And now a steal by Sasonis. She's going to push it across the timeline. She's got it inside. Kick it off for Mitchell. Into the corner, Reynolds. 3-ball. Got it! 20-16.
That was off the glass, a 3-ball.
Or sorry, 19-15. She went to the bank and made the deposit, Gary Davidson, and it's a 4-point Lady Cat lead after the Reynolds 3. 1:55 to go in the first half. 19-15 our score. And Campbell going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. She just missed the front end of a 1-and-1 moments ago. And she has another shot at it here. Reynolds going to check out. They were kind of teasing Reynolds as she came out of the game there, saying, did you call that? I've seen a couple of banks that you don't normally see here tonight. One from the baseline, and then that one on a 3-ball. Bratton fighting for a rebound. She goes up strong. See who they call that one on. They're going to call that on Sasonis. And Britton goes to the line. She's 3 out of 4 from the line. Goes through a routine at the line. Free throw up and good. She's got one more to go here. 19-16 our score.
They only have 2 people that scored on the whole team. Just Bratton and Campbell.
You were correct. I just looked at my paper. I was like, yep, I just noticed that part. Second free throw, no good. Out of bounds. And it was off of the Cats, so it'll stay with Pleasant Hill. They got a chance to make this a 1-point game. Coach Gibbs not happy with that call. He's like, I don't know how. There's 3 black jerseys around that. But nevertheless, that's what they saw. They get it in the corner for Hicks. Hicks going to drive baseline. They're going to call a blocking foul. And another free throw coming up. So it'll be a 2-shot foul here. So 19-16 the score. 1:45 to go here in this first half. Free throw misses everything, and it'll go back to the Cats. The theme of the night continues, Gary. Nobody but the two have scored for Pleasant Hill. 19-16 our score. Sasonis to pass it in. Cats with a 3-point lead and 1:45 to go in the first half. Have it off across the timeline they go. Out front with it, Johnson. She is fouled, just a 4th team foul on Pleasant Hill as she was trying to drive. That's Madison Johnson. And Vandendale to pass it in, gets it into Johnson for the Lady Wildcats with 1:30 to go in the half. Off to Vandendale. Vandendale back to Johnson. Johnson's got it over on the wing for Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive inside, now kick it. Vandendale 3, good! Vandendale knocks it down. Makes it 22-16 with 1:10 to go in the half. Cats back to a 6-point lead, matches their largest of the night. Kick it in the corner, Hawker for 3. No, misses that one. Bratton there to put it back up and in. And it makes it 22-18. Mitchell's got it out front. Knox, she'll fire. Cannot connect. Rebound out. Rebound goes to Pleasant Hill. And now Redwine blocked away by Knox. And Vandendale going to take it coast to coast. Got it in one. She'll go to the free throw line. 24-18. Vandendale having a good game. She's got 8. She goes to the line. Chance to make this a 7-point game. Reynolds and Meeks check back in. I would not be surprised if there are not multiple Meeks from the state of Florida listening and watching in tonight. When we have these games on, they're usually tuned in. Free throw is good by Vandendale. She's got 9. Cats lead by 7, 25-18, 35 seconds to go in the half. Across the timeline, Hicks has got it. She's going to go underneath for Bratton, and she cannot connect. And then a reach in not called, and a travel or a carry not called. That ball chased down by Knox to Meeks at the free throw line. Kick it in the corner. Vandendale 3. No, out of bounds. And it goes back to Pleasant Hill with 12.2 to go in the first half of this one. So a back and forth battle in this one. Cats have their largest lead of the night at 7, 25-18. They led it by 6, 7-1 early in the first quarter. They get it in. Hicks back for Johnson, and that is across Maddie Johnson into the corner for Campbell for 3. She answers the bell, knocks it down. It's 25-21. Cats up by 4 as we go to the half. So that is a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. Cats lead by 4 at the half.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville. Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need 1 roll of sod, 1 scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, Go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
We've all been there before, needed to deposit a check in our account but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
Every team has the same characteristics, including having each other's back. That's the motto the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they got your back. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new in a warm, family-friendly environment. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com.
All right, welcome back. Our score at the half, 25-21. The Lady Wildcats lead it over Pleasant Hill, the 6-12 Chicks of Pleasant Hill, the 3-14 Lady Wildcats. It's time for your halftime show brought to you by Suzy Q. There's nothing half about the portion size at Suzy Q's. Throw out that New Year's resolution and go get a Suzy Q tenderloin today. Lady Wildcats lead this one 25-21 at the half. We'll get Gary up here in a couple of minutes for some halftime stats. The Cats trailed 13-10 after one. They lead at 25-21 after outscoring them 15-8 in the second quarter. They had a 7-1 lead early, and then they had a 7-point lead late in that first half of play to give them a 25-21 lead. They are thanking the 2 district championship teams out there right now. See some familiar faces from a couple of years ago out there. So that was good to see. We will take another timeout. We'll be back with more after this. Lady Wildcats lead by 4 at the half.
Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram. When you plan a party, the last thing you want to worry about is cooking. So call the experts at Time for Seasoning Caterings. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant event for you. So take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME forseasoning.com.
Looking for a new modern style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
All right, welcome back inside a Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School. Your Harrisonville Wildcats and the Pleasant Hill Chicks in this first game. The Wildcat boys and the Roosters take battle in the second game. Did you know you can get a fresh cooked pie, ice cream, and vinyl records all in one place? Well, you can at Upcycled Squared inside of Artisans on Wall, historic Harrisonville Square. They also have a little bit for everyone in the family. Visit Upcycled Squared on the square and enjoy some good eats and fun. I'm going to spit that out at some point tonight. Wow. Upcycled Squared, and remember Cider House Events, they're having a Valentine's dinner next Saturday night, so get your sweetie a ticket to that, as they will have fresh food from a master chef, and it'll be one of those farm-to-table type of deals, I believe. So go get some food next Saturday night on that. We're going to take another timeout. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Gary Davidson will be back with you in a couple of minutes as he's going to give you the halftime stats. We'll be right back.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Domnick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you are looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No, give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
And welcome back. I'm going to give you the halftime stats for the girls' game. Allie Knox has 2. Desta Mitchell has 4. Cheyenne Cianis has 2. Carly Reynolds has 6. And Vandendale has 9. And Meeks has 2 to round out the scoring for 25 points for the Cats. And for the Chicks, only 2 scores. Allie Bratton has 12, and Kylie Campbell has 9. So at halftime, Cats lead 25-21 over the Chicks. I don't know if I said Chicks or not, but anyway, 25-21 Cats over the Chicks. Got about 2 minutes left in the halftime, and then we'll be tipping off, bringing in bounds for the second half of the third quarter. So going to take another timeout. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Thanks.
Nobody needs to be left stranded with a broken car in the winter cold. Take your vehicle into Young's Auto and have them give you a full winter checkup. Their experienced staff will make sure you are ready for even the coldest winter days and nights. Don't just rely on anyone with your car. Go see Young's Auto Repair and let them give you peace of mind during these cold winter months. Young's Auto on Commercial, behind the garage.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's.
All right, welcome back. Gary will be up here. I think he might have I don't know if Gary gave us any stats or not. I had to run into the boys' room and check on Braxton as well. You know, you don't want your kids to grow up too fast, but sometimes it's awesome when they're 5 years old. They go to the concession stand on their own, put their own ketchup on their hot dog. So we're ready for second half action. We're underway here in the second half, and the Lady Wildcats lead by 4 with the basketball going left to right in this second half. Bucket inside. Couldn't get it to fall. It'll stay with the Lady Cats. Get it out front here. Johnson with it for the Lady Cats. Gets it over to Reynolds. Reynolds has got it on the wing right side, trying to direct traffic on the wing. Goes up top of the key for Johnson. Johnson's got it, goes over to Knox. Knox has got it on the wing left side now. Back out front between the circles for Reynolds. Reynolds with it between the circles, goes over to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it knocked away by Bratton, picked right back up. They go free throw line for Sasonis. She goes in, now drops off for Mitchell. Mitchell going to go up and under. She can't do anything with it. Kicks it back out front. Reynolds for 3, good, but they're going to call 3 seconds. So that will bounce off. And it'll stay, or go to Pleasant Hill. Back the other way it goes. Hicks into the corner. Back out to Hawker inside. Bratton, no good, but she'll go to the free throw line. And again, they stay with the two, Colt Campbell and Bratton, only ones that have scored in this one.
That was one thing I failed to mention in the when I was giving stats, and the first one's good, is right now we got 2 in foul trouble with 3, Natalie Gibbs, and now Mitchell with 3 as well.
So a 25-22 score. Make it 25-23 after the 2 free throws. Cats bring it back the other way. Reynolds can't get it to go, but Mitchell gets the rebound and the putback. So 27-23 the score. 4-point game with 6:39 to go in the third. Tried to go into Bratton, but it was knocked back out. Hicks comes up with it. She's going to dribble it back out top of the key. Hawker going to go inside Britton. Knocked away from her again and now picked up by Hicks. Stolen away by Knox. Ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell going to go the other way. She's going to stop, try to pop, and gets fouled by Campbell. And she'll go to the line for 2, I would assume here. 27-23 the score. Mitchell rattles home a rebound. 1 more to go here, 28-23. 1 more to go here. Second one no good, and it's going to go back the other way. .6:13 to go here in the third. They have the ball out front. Red Wine, she gets it stripped away by Mitchell, and Mitchell going to go the other way. A 5-point lead. Layup no good by Reynolds. She'll go to the free throw line. We're putting Braxton to work here. So first free throw by Reynolds is good. .29-23, one more to go here. Second one is good. Reynolds knocks them both down, and it is 30-23. Have Braxton get us our starters. We're going to put him to work. He can already do all the other stuff, so we might as well let him do that. 5-second call. So a 7-point lead for the Cats after the 2 free throws by Reynolds. She's got 8 in the ball game. 30-23. Hocker with it across the timeline. She goes way outside on the wing. It'll be Johnson. They're going to go inside, feeding Bratton. She cannot go up with it. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for a pair. Thank you, sir. Coach Mess giving us his starters. With 5:24 to go here in the third, and Bratton at the line. Free throw is good. 30-24 the score, 6-point game with 5:24 to go here in quarter number 3. Wait for the second one to come. It is up, it is no good, and the Cats get the rebound up by 6. Reynolds across the timeline with it, goes inside, kicks it out, 3-ball wide open, Vandendale, good! 33-24, Cats up by 9. And Vandendale's got 3 threes. She's got 12 points for the game. And it'll stay with Pleasant Hill on the baseline. Hicks set to pass it in. Get it in to Johnson, and she is fouled. No, they're going to say it was out of bounds on the near side. And now Hicks to pass it in. 33-24 the score. They get it in to Hawker. Hawker's got it, kicks it over in the corner for Campbell. Campbell and Britton, the only ones that have scored. That one's a little short, but Britton gets the rebound. She puts it up. She'll go to the line. I think she shot 67 free throws tonight. I'm not sure. I may be off by a couple, but she has been at the line for quite some time tonight. Free throw is good by Britton, 33-25. What's the official total of free throws, Gary?
This will make 12, and she is looks like 9 for 12.
So knocking down her free throws.
Well, I'm sorry. She's 8 for 11 right now. This will make 12.
So it's a 33-25 game. Second free throw misses. Rebound by Mitchell. Ahead to Vandendale. She's going to push it ahead to Johnson. She'll put it on the ground, put it on the basket, 35-25. 10-point lead as Johnson knocks down her first bucket of the game, and the Cats are up 10 with the steal. Meeks pulls it out of there. Gets it to Johnson, over to Vandendale. 4:25 to go here, third. Cats with the 10-point lead in the basketball. They kick it up front, Vandendale. She's going to go behind the back, goes free throw line over to Reynolds. Reynolds inside out to Johnson. Johnson going to drive, kick. Reynolds three, good! 38-25. There's a timeout on the floor. Cats up 13 with 4:08 to go in the third. We'll be right back.
There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
All right, 4:08 to go, third quarter. Gary, the Lady Wildcats have their largest lead of the night at 13, and they are hot from the outside in this one.
Well, and they've got multiple people scoring. Pleasant Hill only has 2 scoring, and not taking anything away from them, but when you've only got 2 people scoring, it's hard to stay up, especially when you're starting to hit some outside shots like we just have done in the last minute or so.
So a 13-point lead for the Cats. A lot of basketball left to be played, though. Hawker going to bring it up, gets it to Johnson. Back to Hawker. Kick it over on the wing. Campbell, 3-ball, no, but Bratton's there for the putback, and she'll go to the free throw line for free throws number 13 and 14. So Bratton trying to keep them hanging around. That's a 13-point lead to 11, trying to make it 10 here. So 3:56 to go here in the third, and Bratton at the line for free throws 13 and 14 on the night. Or I should say 13 because it was a 3-point play. And she knocks it down. She is now 9 for 13, I believe.
10 for 13. Oh, yeah, 9 for 13, yes.
So Reynolds to Meeks. Got it to go, Kylie Meeks. So 40-28 our score. Double team out front on Pleasant Hill. They kick it in the corner. Have it on the wing. Hicks with it in the corner. Waiting. Johnson draws the offensive foul. You know, if I'm Coach Reeves, I would, right at this situation, I would probably try to pull Hicks out and just get her head straight. She has not been very happy this last couple of minutes. She was screaming at her teammates to get back and get to a certain spot on the ground, and then she was frustrated there and ran right over Johnson. Meeks chases it down in the corner, goes to Johnson inside, put it up, no good. She gets her own rebound. She dribbles it out, off to Knox back to Johnson. Johnson will fire. Johnson connects, and it's 43-28. Cats up 15. Johnson with her first 3 of the ball game. They kick it in the corner, back out front. Campbell with it to Hawker, into the corner for Hicks. Hicks is going to drive baseline, blocked away by Meeks, and ahead to Johnson, and now knocked away, picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell going to go in. She gets it blocked away, the ball on the ground. Campbell trying to come out of there with it. They're wanting to travel, nothing called, ball on the ground. Holy moly. I needed him to have a whistle so I could take a breath. 43-28 the score. The foul on the Lady Cats. Campbell going to have it on the near side. Gibbs going to come into the game for Lady Cats. 2:35 to go here in this third quarter. Campbell gets it into Hawker. Hawker going to bring it across the timeline. She has it on the wing way outside, kicks it middle for Campbell. Campbell gets it off for Johnson. Johnson goes inside for Britton. Britton can't knock it down. Blocked away by Meeks. And there's a scrum for it. And they're going to call a foul on Britton. And it goes back to Anybody tell this is a rivalry game?
You would never know it.
They get a little loud here. It's a good crowd in here, and they're trying to wait for that turnover because I think the JV game is over in the other gym. That means they're waiting for the girls' JV game to start. Sasonis loses the handle, and it goes back to Pleasant Hill in the backcourt. Redwine with it. She's going to throw it ahead for Johnson. Johnson's going to dribble on the wing, tries to get rid of it, stripped away, picked up for the Lady Cats. There's a scrum of bodies. It goes back the other way. Gibbs, no good. A rebound tipped away by Sasonis. They're going to call her for climbing one of the Pleasant Hill players there. And now multiple newbies into the game for the Cat. Vandendale comes into the game along with Middahl. Redwine set to pass it in. She's going to chuck it deep, gets it to the timeline, and Sasonis lays out Britton right there. And Britton will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. So we got a 1-and-1 situation here with 1:44 to go in the third quarter. 43-28 our score. And Bratton, I think I was calling her Britton for a while. I think it is Bratton. She knocks the first one down, has one more to go here. Makes it 43-29. Cat lead down to 14. Second one good as well. So Bratton knocks them both down. It's 43-30. Sorry if you see a bunch of heads on our screen here. We've had about 19 people walk by, and apparently nobody notices there's a camera sitting right there. So Cats turn it over, as I was talking about that, and it goes inside. Now Pleasant Hill turns it over to, and now Vandendale's got it. She's going to dribble in. Now kickoff on the wing. Gibbs goes in. She's hammered by Britton, and she'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
All I can say is Bratton can't score anymore because I'm on my third line and I've only got 2 for this quarter alone.
Oh, goodness. 1:31 to go here, third quarter. Free throw by Gibbs, no good. She has one more to go here. So Gibbs gets her second one here, try to make it a 14-point game. She's up. Glasson good. I don't think she called that one. 44-30 the score with 1:31 to still go in the third quarter. We got a timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it right here with this timeout. I feel like this is the longest game in history. I mean, and there's been fouls galore. There's been free throws galore. I think it's the free throws that are really setting it off. Britton's shot 16, right?
Be 15.
15, so she shot 15. Free throws slow it down. We've had some timeouts. We've had a lot of loose ball, dead balls.
But free throws for free quotes. You haven't mentioned it every time. I think they would have gotten the hint by about the 17th one or so, but
Brad's probably listening at home going, where's my free throws for free throws? Free quotes for free throws. Remember that. Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance in the A-frame across from Casey's.
You're welcome, Brad.
44-30 our score. 1:30 to go here, third quarter of this one. Johnson with it on the wing for Pleasant Hill. That was Emma Johnson. They spin it around for Hawker now. They go inside for Bratton. She can't knock it down. Second attempt, no good. Rebound Vandendale on the backside. She gets it ahead for Knox. Knox going to push it across the timeline. She's going to wait for help. Gets it off for Vandendale. She gets it over for Reynolds. 58 seconds to go here, third quarter. 44-30, our score. Back out front they go. It'll be Knox with it, off for Vandendale. Vandendale dribbles over to the wing, other side. And Vannondale going to slow it down between the circles with 37 seconds to go. Mitchell with it on the wing, left side. Guarded heavily out there by Molly Johnson. Now on the other side they go. Midall with it. A reach-in foul going to be called on Redwine. That'll be the 16th foul. But you know what that means, Gary? Our entire fourth quarter is going to be free throws.
For free quotes.
For free quotes and free throws for days. Every foul will be a free throw unless it's an offensive foul. Get it off. Reynolds has it with 20 seconds. Goes to Mitchell. She's going to drive in. Destin Mitchell. Going to have to get it out of there. Now gets rid of it over for Knox. Knox off on the wing. Back out between the circles for Johnson with 8. Johnson going to dribble over to the wing. She's going to be ridden by Maddie Johnson. Madison Johnson and Molly Johnson is guarding Maddie Johnson. That is a 1-on-1 situation here with 5.1 to go in the third quarter. There's a plethora of folks in the hallway there that want to sit down and watch some basketball. And there's a jump ball situation. Goes to Pleasant Hill on the 1-and-1. So Madison Johnson can't knock the 1-and-1 down. And with 3.7 seconds to go, Pleasant Hill is going to bring it up. And Hawker with it in the backcourt. She's just going to run out in the third quarter. We go to the fourth. The Cats lead by 14.
Convenience with the Joe Coffee ordering app, or comfort with a beautiful area to sit and sip a coffee and do some work, Brickhouse Coffee is Harrisonville's hometown coffee shop. Located on the corner of Harrisonville's historic square, Brickhouse Coffee has a little something for everyone. Check out their Facebook page for upcoming events, and remember to stay warm with some hot coffee this winter.
All right, a 19-9 third quarter for the Lady Wildcats puts them up by 14 entering the fourth. I would say they're in good position here in this one, but I've seen a lot of games between Pleasant Hill and Harrisonville over the years, and this one is nowhere near over. So we got 8 minutes on the clock for the fourth quarter. The girls' version of the Cass County Clash going to come down to the fourth quarter, and the Cats with a 14-point advantage. Boys game coming up here in a few minutes. Best student section I've seen out of the Wildcats in a number of years was Tuesday night, and it looks like they're going to add on top of it tonight. They've got a giant student section over there tonight as well. So we're underway in the fourth quarter. Cats by 14 in the basketball. Mitchell's got it, trying to set it up. Bratton is on her, gets it off for Johnson. Johnson going to dribble in, knocked away from her, picked back up, get it off for Mitchell. Mitchell goes into the paint, kicks it back out front with 7:35 to go. Vannondale with the ball. Out front, guarded by Redwine. Dribbles over to the wing right side. 7.5 to go in the final quarter. Top of the key between the circles. Johnson with it with 7:25 to go. Hands off for Knox. Knox hands off for Vannondale. Vannondale out front. She's going to dribble around. Take off some more time here to Mitchell. Mitchell going to go in on Bratton, and it is knocked out of bounds by Bratton with 7:10 to go here in the fourth. And Reynolds to get it in, and she tried to get it inside. Britton came up with it. Bratton. I'll get it right eventually. Bratton. You telling me she's not from Britain? And the Cats get the offensive rebound. And Vannondale, she goes in strong, no good. And they ran 1:05 off the clock, but they could not score. And now Pleasant Hill going to try to answer the other way. Redwine goes in wildly, and she'll go to the free throw line for a pair. If she can make one of two of these, she will be the first player other than Kylie Campbell or Allie Bratton to score in this game. It is up and no good. One more to go.
And we still only have 2 Pleasant Hill scorers that have scored.
I mean, it's like there's a lid for everybody else. Those both miss, and it'll be Cats ball, 14-point game with 6:46 to go here in the fourth, I should say. Reynolds has it. Gets it to the elbow for Mitchell. She's going to drive in, gets cut off over to Reynolds now. Reynolds on the wing, back out front she goes. Johnson with it. Johnson outside between the circles, 6:25 to go here, fourth quarter. They go free throw line for Mitchell, hands off for the corner now, 3-ball, no good by Knox. It's going to be chased down by the Lady Cats though with 6:15 to go. They get it in the corner now for Knox. Here's a crazy thing too, Gary. If I told you we had 7 threes in a game for the Lady Cats and Allie Knox had none of them, you would think I was crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
So 3-ball by Mitchell. No, misses that one. Rebound inside by Redwine. And the Cats run another minute, but could not score. It's still a 14-point game. Over 2 minutes gone by here in quarter number 4. They go inside to Bratton. She can't knock it down. Rebound by Johnson of the Lady Cats. She's going to push it up. She's going to go coast to coast and short-arm that one. Picked up by Maddie Johnson. She gets it ahead for Redwine. Redwine across the timeline, has it between the circles. Going to go between the circles now for Hawker into the corner for Hicks. Hicks goes up, she misses, and it'll go right back to the Lady Cats with 5:15 to go here in the fourth. So 5:10 to go. Cats are going to set up their offense here. They get it to Johnson. Johnson has it right by the timeline. Goes over to Reynolds. Reynolds has got it wing left side. She's going to drive into the paint. Goes up strong. No. Rebound inside Mitchell. She is fouled by Bratton, and she'll go to the free throw line for a pair. So Desta Mitchell goes to the line for 2, trying to get the first points of this fourth quarter by either squad. Over 3 minutes gone by in this quarter. Free throw no good, 1 more to go. Middaugh checks in along with Gibbs. Second free throw coming up. Good. 45-30 matches the largest lead of the ball game here. So 4:56 to go in the fourth. Cats lead by 15. Head they go. Emma Johnson had it off into the corner for Campbell. They're going to go into Bratton again. She goes up. No, she'll go to the line for a pair. Thank goodness it's the fourth quarter. Gary has a new
set of lines, but I don't know that I'm going to have enough.
So 4:43 to go here in the fourth. As we await the free throws coming up. Sasonis checks out. 2 free throws coming from Bratton.
Tell you what, she's been knocking them down, though, all night.
She has. That one was a little short, but it rolled up and over. Makes it 45-31. 1 more to go here. Second free throw, good. 45-32. With 1 more to go. She knocked them both down.
She's only missed 4 that I've gotten. I haven't counted them all up yet, but.
So it'll be Cats ball.
She's 13 for 17 from the line.
So 4:43 to go here, fourth quarter. Cats by 13. Get it into Reynolds. Reynolds is going to push it across the timeline. She's going to skip it over for Knox. Back out front for Gibbs. Gibbs with the ball out front. Going to go to the free throw line for Meeks. Meeks trying to direct traffic and get it. Somebody gets it back to Gibbs, and Gibbs going to dribble in. Now kickoff stolen away by Campbell. Knocked back away by Gibbs.
A tidbit of information, she's been the only person to score since the second quarter.
Unbelievable for Pleasant Hill. And Meeks trying to direct traffic here. A little give and go, no. Picked back up by Meeks. She'll put it up and no good. Gets the rebound. She'll put it up again. Got it to go. Kylie Meeks, 47-32. Working hard inside is Kylie. She gets it to fall. It's back to a 15-point game with under 4 to go here in the fourth. Campbell will fire. No good. Going to call the foul on Midall. That means Campbell's going to go to the line and shoot 3 free throws. And guess what?
She's got 9 points, so she can add to that.
Oh, my goodness gracious. 3:49 to go here.
But at least she'll have scored since the second.
So she got 3 free throws, and free throws mean free quotes from our friend at Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance. He's in the A-frame across from Casey's on commercial. Second free throw, good as well. So she's knocked down the first 2, makes it a 47-34 game. You know, I'm supposed to go tomorrow and help Coach Mercer down in Springfield. Coach Mercer, now an assistant coach at Baptist Bible College, and they're having 5 high school games there tomorrow, so I'm going to do the PA announcing for those. And they play a game in between it. And I may have to leave directly from here at the rate we're going. Third free throw is good. 47-35 the score. I know Coach Mercer be happy for these boys this year. A lot of those, I mean, obviously all those kids were in his program for many years. And with those seniors this year, the season they're having so far. So 47-35 the score. They get it inside to Meeks. She cannot connect. Rebound by Hawker. It's a 12-point game. And Hicks gets it into Campbell. Campbell trying to drive in the corner. Can't get the corner, so she is throwing it back out front. Redwine, wild throw inside, no. Cats get it, and they're going to push. And Vandendale goes up strong. She'll go to the free throw line for a pair. You know what, Gary? I would love to see more boys do exactly what Vandendale did there. Just go to the rim and put it up and make them foul you. The guys slow down so many times and try to draw that contact. The girls, more of a pure game there. Free throw good by Vandendale. Makes it a 48-35 game with 3:19 to go. So pushes it back to 13. They've led by as many as 15. Second one, no good. Bratton with the rebound. Gets it at Hicks. Hawker over to Redwine into the corner. They go for Campbell. Campbell looking inside to Redwine, goes inside. 3 ball on the way by Hicks. No, missed everything on that one. Bounces back the other way, and it's thrown away. It tried to be saved by Redwine. And Vandendale brings it across the timeline with 2:55 to go here in the fourth. We got a timeout. It'll be a full. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats up by 13.
From convenience with the Joe Coffee ordering app or comfort with a beautiful area to sit and sip a coffee and do some work, Brickhouse Coffee is Harrisonville's hometown coffee shop. Located on the corner of Harrisonville's historic square, Brickhouse Coffee has a little something for everyone. Check out their Facebook page for upcoming events, and remember to stay warm with some hot coffee this winter.
All right, welcome back. 2:55 to go, fourth quarter of the ball game. And the Wildcats lead it by 13 in this one. Pleasant Hill. Has Pleasant Hill made any baskets in the second half, or has it been all free throws?
And I'll tell you, yes, they made 1 2-pointer. That was with Bratton about halfway through the.
Good passing by the Lady Cats. They get the bucket by Mitchell. from Knox makes it 50-35. Me and Gary were jabbering there, but only one made bucket in the second half for Pleasant Hill.
Everything else free throws.
So there we go, another bucket by Mitchell, and Hicks going to get called for the travel there. And Johnson brings it up for Lady Cats, and she loses the handle, and it goes out of bounds. Uh, 2:21.
I'm sorry, guys.
2:21 to go, fourth quarter. Gary's losing his mind here. Braxton went to the concession stand. He got him a hot dog earlier, and he went and got him a snack this time. And he comes back with his change. There's like $8 bills, and he just throws it on the table. So out front, Campbell for three. No, rebound inside by Mitchell at the Lady Cats. She gets it ahead for Gibbs. Gibbs pushes it ahead. And they're going to call a travel on Gibbs and a turnover. Bratton thought she might have got called for a foul there. She was about to come unglued, which I was going to say, that was a little bit of a player control issue right there. So 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Cats in control by 15. Three ball on the way. No. Rebound by the Lady Cats. No. Picked up by Bratton. She puts it up and in for two. Makes it 50-37. As we were laughing, I now get a text message from my lovely wife, and she's like, "What are y'all giggling about?" So if you didn't understand what we were saying, Braxton had went to the concession stand. He comes back, and he wanted to give me the change back, and he just, it's like a 10, and there's like 5 ones, and he just has it all wadded up in a pile and threw it on the desk. So that was what we were laughing at. So,
you know, I got to say, right now, other than over here, there's pretty much standing room only. I mean, and everybody that's trying to come in the door, I know some of them are going to go in and out because of the girls' game, but this is going to be one of the probably the most packed houses we've had in a long time. But you always have that between Pleasant Hill and Harrisonville. Up there, it's the same way.
Absolutely. It'll be a nice atmosphere for a Friday night high school basketball game. One game about in the books. Lady Cats trying to finish off the Chicks of Pleasant Hill in this one. And, you know, one of the things about this game tonight is the Cats try to get it inbounds. Knox trying to get it in. She gets it in, knocked out of bounds. Now they're going to have to go stationary here. Can't run that baseline. One of the things about it, I've seen a lot of games where the Pleasant Hill Chicks have came in here and hit like 97 threes against us. And for once, the threes are falling for the Cats tonight. They get it in for Vandendale. She's got it in the backcourt. Still got to get it across the timeline, though. Weaves through traffic and fouled in the backcourt. And she'll shoot a couple of free throws here. That'll be the 10th team foul with 1:41 to go here in quarter number 4.
And Vandendale is I was telling you a while ago, is our leading scorer tonight for the Cats.
She got some threes. She got a 2. She had an and 1 earlier. So she had a couple of she has 3 threes. She has an old-fashioned three-point play, and she's got a free throw. So 1:41 to go, and the first free throw was no good. One more to go here. Second one no good. Rebound fought for. Bratton comes up with it. Hawker brings it across, passes it over for Emma Johnson. Emma Johnson gets it over to Campbell, into the corner for Hawker, inside for Bratton. She puts it up and in, makes it 50-39. And again, nobody else but Bratton or Campbell has scored for Pleasant Hill in the ball game. And now quickly fouled is Vandendale. It's a 50-39 game. You'd love her to knock both of these down, makes it a 5-possession game. See how long Coach Reeves of Pleasant Hill will go with fouling. Maybe as long as it's within 10 or 11. Free throw is no good, so she has missed 3 free throws here late in this ball game. Thankfully, the Cats still up by 11. Second free throw coming up. It's a 50-39 game. Second free throw, good. Makes it 51-39.
She hit her first two, missed her next four, and then just hit that last one.
So ahead they go. They get it in the corner. Drive by Pleasant Hill, no good. And to the free throw line they go. That's Haley Terrell into the game. And can we get a third Pleasant Hill player to score? 2 free throws coming for Haley Terrell. This is the suspenseful part of the game here, folks. No good. One more to go. Give me a drum roll on this one. Still trying to get a third person to score here. Hicks comes in, Redwine comes in, and coming in for the shooter will be Maddie Johnson. Molly Johnson, sorry. Free throw coming up. It is up. It is no good. Rebound out of bounds. Stays with Pleasant Hill with 1:07 to go. I'm not sure what time we tipped, Gary, but it is approaching 7:20. And I know we didn't probably tip till maybe quarter till. So free throw up and bucket up and no good. So 1 minute to go here. Johnson ahead for Reynolds. Reynolds going to pass it back for Knox, and Knox is going to be fouled. Allie has been quiet tonight. We talked about the threes that the Lady Cats made in that first half and a couple in the third quarter. And Allie Knox has not been among those making the threes, but she could ice this one away with a free throw. First one no good. One more to go here. With 54.7 seconds, we'll have the second game of our varsity doubleheader after we get the gyms cleared here. Second free throw no good. Bucket, rebound by Terrell. She's going to try to get it ahead, gets it off for Bratton. She's going to drive, glass no good. Rebound by Campbell. Campbell goes up strong, got it to go. Makes it 51-41. And a foul by Hawker there. And that'll be the 5th foul on Hannah Hawker, so she will foul out of this one. Scoreless on the night. That's kind of been the theme for Pleasant Hill. I mean, I think if I was to ask Coach Reeves after the game, what would you have done different? He would have said, I would like to got more people involved, nobody else scoring for them tonight, as it's just been Allie Bratton and Campbell. And the free throw is good, make it 52-41. Is Bratton still the only one that has scored for Pleasant Hill in the second half?
Yeah, and Bratton's got 4 fouls, so, I mean, if she gets one more foul, she's done for the game, so.
Second free throw no good. And picked up and put in by Knox, make it 54-41. 30 seconds to go. Hopefully that'll do it on the fouling. We will see. 3 ball on the way by Campbell, no good. Rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell gets it stripped away from her. And out of bounds by Pleasant Hill. Molly Johnson stepped on the end line. So with 16.3, the Cats are going to win. They look like they're going to still press here, but I don't know if they'll foul or not. They get it into Johnson. Johnson going to bring it across the timeline. No, gets it stripped away by Terrell. And they're going to call Johnson for the foul, and Terrell going to go to the free throw. So again, we got the drum roll here, 12.2 seconds to go in this one, as Terrell trying to become the 3rd chick to score in the ball game. Or in the second half besides Bratton. Knocks it down. 54-42, one more to go for Terrell here. So that is the first player in the second half to score for Pleasant Hill besides Bratton. Second free throw coming up. It is good as well. Make it 54-43. Cats inbound it. And still full court pressure being applied. And a reach-in foul going to be called. And Vannondale going to come down and shoot free throws. So Vannondale at the line, 7.8 seconds to go here in the ball game. Cats going to win it. It's just going to be what's the final total, 55-43. One more to go. Knox and Reynolds check out. Meeks and Messer check back in. Vannondale at the line with 7.8 to go. That is no good. Rebound by Bratton. She's going to push it up with 5-4. She's going to fire, foot on the line. No. Rebound. Bounces around. Ball game. Cats win 55-43. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back to wrap this one up and with our second game of our varsity doubleheader. You're watching.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
No matter the time of year, Sonic of Harrisonville is the place to go for good food quick. Not to mention you can have all-day happy hour if you order a drink on the app. If it's a corn dog you're after or maybe onion rings, they have that too. The best part of the app is you order, pay online, drive in, pull up, they bring it out to you and you're on your way. Sonic is also one of the best ways to raise money for your organization. Call Ed for details today. Sonic of Harrisonville, not just another fast food restaurant.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
The where the grammars go, Hans Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location, across from the Frog Barn and Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, you know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, at the Tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville.
All right, welcome back. We got some pre-game entertainment or in-between game entertainment. Your final score tonight, the Lady Wildcats win game one of our Cass County Clash doubleheader, 55-43. And that moves Pleasant Hill to 6-13. It moves the Lady Wildcats to 4-14 on the year. Wildcat boys next in action, trying to maintain a perfect record in district, or in conference play, I should say. And we got Gary Davidson up here. He's going to go over some of our stats here on our postgame show, brought to you by our good friends at Forged by Fire. Always Wildcat headquarters. After every game, go celebrate your Wildcats. Forged by Fire. Gary, take it away.
Thank you, Chad. Leading the way for the Wildcats off the bench was Vandendale with 15. Carly Reynolds had 11, and then Mitchell had 10, and then rounding out the scoring was Allie Knox with 4, Sasonis with 2, Johnson with 6, Gibbs with 1, and Kylie Meeks with 6 to bring up 55. Scoring for the Chicks, pretty easy. Bratton had 27, had all the scoring except the last 2 free throws in the fourth quarter there right before the end of the game. Campbell had 14, and then Terrell had 2 to round out their scoring for 43 points. A ton of fouls, a lot of turnovers. I know both coaches are going to go in and look at this, watch the film, and they're going to say, well, we could have done this better, we could have done that better. But anyway, the nice thing is the Wildcats, the Lady Cats came out on top, victorious 55-43 in the clash of Cass County. And let's make it 2-0 with the boys coming up in the next game.
Let's get a sweep here tonight, I should say. And it'll be midnight by the time we get out here after the length of that first game. I joke. But our teammate of the game, sometimes our rivals can be teammates as well. Call Cam Chenoweth of American Family or Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance for a free quote today. My teammate of the game tonight, I've got to go with Johnson for the Lady Wildcats. I thought she did a really good job. That was Madison Johnson. She did a really good job and hit some shots when she needed to and was a good distributor for the Lady Wildcats. She's my teammate of the game. Obviously, my player of the game by Max Ford of Harrisonville. Give you the max effort on the court for a great price. They recognize great effort on the court. That is max effort player of the game. That one's a pretty easy one to go with right there, and that is Caitlin Vandendale.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she came off the bench. She gave them a lot of minutes, a lot of quality minutes. Led the scoring. We haven't seen a whole lot of their games, but she did a wonderful job coming off the bench. So absolutely, I totally agree.
Well, that's going to do it for game one of our varsity doubleheader. We're going to thank some of our great sponsors. We're going to be back in a few minutes for game two of our varsity doubleheader. Thanks for joining us for the post-game show. We'll be back in a few minutes with our pregame show to game number 2. Sherwood Community Bank's pregame show coming your way. We'll be right back.
Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need 1 roll of sod, 1 scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
We've all been there before, needed to deposit a check in our account but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
Every team has the same characteristics, including having each other's back. That's the motto the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they got your back. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new in a warm, family-friendly environment. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com. Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast, offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more. They can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram. When you plan a party, the last thing you want to worry about is cooking. So call the experts at Time for Seasoning Caterings. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant event for you. So take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME forseasoning.com.
All right, welcome back inside a Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School. Game 2 of our varsity doubleheader in the MRVC West. Your Harrisonville Wildcats set to take on the Roosters of Pleasant Hill in the nightcap. Cats win game 1, looking for a 2-game sweep of this Cass County Clash. At your pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Start saving for your students' future today. Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC. So we are ready for some high school basketball action for game 2. Cats looking to remain undefeated in the MRVC here, Gary.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you can kind of we always say this. We say it in football, and we'll say it in basketball twice within a couple of weeks. You can throw the records out the window. When it's Harrisonville, Pleasant Hill, you never know what's going to happen, because whoever's got the advantage doesn't necessarily always have the advantage, because it is always a rivalry.
Absolutely. I've seen games where Harrisonville should have not been close with Pleasant Hill, and Harrisonville came out on top. And I've seen it the other way around as well, where Harrisonville should easily win a ball game, and Pleasant Hill either comes out on top or makes an interesting ball game. You can't keep high school kids from looking at records and looking at scores, and they can look at it and say, wow, well, Oak Grove beat them by 20, and we beat Oak Grove by 20, so we should roll them out of the gym. You do that, you're going to get rolled out of the gym. So you got to come in confident, and you got to come in and you got to punch them in the mouth early and let them know that you mean business tonight. Harrisonville's a much improved team throughout the year. They had a good win on Tuesday night, and they're at the point now where they want to win this conference, but they also want to get a good seed in districts, and the district is loaded. I mean, you've got Nevada, you have Ruskin, and you have Grandview, all three in the top 10 in the state in Class 4 right now. And then you got Harrisonville. There's a very good possibility Harrisonville has 17 or 18 wins, and they're the 4 seed in that district.
Yeah, Nevada's good, because Nevada had played Carthage before they came up here. I was talking to one of the Carthage parents, and for some reason I wanted to say that Nevada maybe beat Carthage, but
they've split. They beat them once and lost to them once.
So I mean, it's going to be tough for them. They want to get the highest seed as possible, because you get a low seed, that means you're going to be playing 1, 2, or 3, and that's not going to suit well for the districts at the very beginning. You want to get the highest seed you can possibly get.
I mean, it all comes down to matchups too. I would say in that second round, out of the 3 that you would probably want to face, I would more want to take my chances with Nevada because they're a lot like Harrisonville matchup-wise. I think they match up better against them than they do the speed of Ruskin or Grandview, but nevertheless, you're going to have to beat them all anyway to win district. So who cares who you get win, I guess, should be the way you look at it as well.
Well, and it's high school basketball. Any given day, any given night, any team can win. So we've seen that. We've seen that in the past. I saw a Grandview team come here, and I think we beat Grandview here that one time. 2 overtimes. Best high school basketball game I've ever called and the best one I've ever witnessed personally. Double overtime game. That game had it all. While there was a buzzer beater at the end of the second quarter, third quarter, regulation, 3 free throws to tie it at the end of the first overtime. By Cooper, what?
No, it was actually Tanner Sutton.
That's right, it was Tanner, that's right.
And then the second overtime, our point guards, all of our seniors had fouled out. Luke Cooper, only a freshman at the time, dribbled around the cone drill. You ever seen Luke Cooper and Pierre Sweat? He put on a Pierre Sweat clinic in that game in double overtime, weaving through traffic and going to the foul line and sealing it for the Wildcats. One of the best games I've ever called. I had a blast doing that game, and it was a fun one.
And I don't think Harrisonville had a chance. I mean, people were not giving them Harrisonville a chance in that ball game.
They have had some good games over districts over the last several years. And, you know, here's something that bodes well for the Cats as well. In the last 15 years, when the Cats have won conference, they've also won district. So that's a goal to have. You win conference, you're going to feel confident going into district. We're going to take a time out at your pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. We'll be back with more right after this.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Domnick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you are looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No, give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
Welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri, for the Harrisonville Wildcats and the Pleasant Hill Roosters.
That was Braxton Grammer bringing us back from break here. We got about 3 minutes before we get to this second game of our varsity doubleheader. Let's run down some keys of the game right now. Key to your finances is a free checking account from Hawthorne Bank. You know, key for me tonight for the Wildcats, they got to start fast. You don't want Pleasant Hill to hang around. If you do, you're going to get into a up and down, back and forth battle that's going to exert a lot of energy. Get out early on this team.
Yeah. Again, in a rivalry, you give the other team confidence, and that confidence just builds the longer it lasts. And so you're right. We need to get off to a fast start, get them down, and get them out of their game, and then we should be able to play what we want to play the rest of the game, hopefully.
you know, number 2 for me is take care of the basketball. When we've struggled this year, we have turned the ball over. They got to take care of the basketball in a game like this.
Yes, and can I, this may be number 3, we haven't talked about it, but we've got to knock down our free throws. The games that we've done well, we've knocked them down. The games that we haven't are the ones that we've, you know, missed half our free throws or more.
Key number 3 for me tonight, zip your lips. It is a contest, it is a clash, it is a rivalry. Keep your mouth closed and don't get in any altercations.
And 2 of the 3 referees that we're looking at right now, the young one I don't know, I haven't really seen him, but the other 2 are very familiar with both of these teams, very familiar with the rivalry. So I venture to say that they'll probably keep it under control. If it gets much out of control, there's going to be a lot of foul trouble.
I think we're going to have a national anthem, so we're going to stand up. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Cats.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
All right, welcome back. We're getting ready for our opening tip. Let's run down some starters for you real quick from the Harrisonville's best starting lineup for home appliances, Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Stop by, see Erlene and the crew, and browse the showroom on Plaza Drive. For the Roosters, it'll be Jagger Lawler, Hunter Fannin, Mason Hicks, Nate Solomon, and Ramsey Kohler. For the Cats, it'll be Bryce Jenkins, Landon George, Brooks Langer, Colby Knowles, and Brody Rogers. Those are our starters. Thanks again for joining us for the pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Sherwood Community Bank, start saving for your students' future today.
You know, I love it when they play the national anthem live. It means so much more. And our jazz band is great. So they've got some big guys over there. Solomon is a big guy. Also Kohler, that name seems like we always have a Kohler on the team.
Well, and Ramsey was the running back / receiver that did so well against us in football. Got knocked out late in that game from a concussion, and seeing him back in this ball game. And it looks like it'll be Kohler and Rogers. And you know these kids know each other in the offseason, and it's going to be fun. And Brooks Langer getting his first taste of the Cass County Clash.
Won't be his last.
So we are ready to jump it up. And it'll be Kohler who controls it, and bringing the ball up will be Lawler. Lawler gets it off on the wing for Fannin, back to Lawler. Lawler goes inside for Solomon. Back out front, stolen away by Knowles. He's going to go up and gets it stripped away by Fannin. Fannin pushes it ahead, and Kohler going to go up and under, drops it off. Ball knocked away, picked up by the Cats. Ahead they go. Picked up by Knowles. Knowles has it out front, going to hand it off for Jenkins. Jenkins going to direct traffic now with 7:27 to go after a sloppy start by both sides. Langer's got it on the wing, right side, top of the key. Brody Rogers Rogers with it, now going to get it off for Knowles. Knowles has got it on the wing over for Langer. Langer's got it left side wing, looking inside, skips it over. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound inside, going to go to Pleasant Hill. And it goes back the other way, 0-0 our score early on in this one. Kick it over into the corner, Lawler with it. Back up front for Fannin. Fannin loses it off his foot, picked up by Lawler though. Lawler's got it on the wings. Get it up front, and it'll be Ramsey Kohler. He goes off the glass and good. And it's 2-0 Pleasant Hill as he goes right by Colby Knowles. So back the other way, Cats down by 2 early. 6:35 to go here in the first quarter. Knowles has got it on the wing, left side, going to try to dribble in. Hands it off for George. Cut off. Now top of the key, they go for Brody Rogers. He gets it stripped away, and it goes back the other way. Solomon gets it to Lawler. Lawler, no good, but he'll go to the line for a pair. Pleasant Hill defensively more active in this one. 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Lawler at the line for a pair. First one up, first one good. 3-0 Pleasant Hill with the early lead. So one more to go here with 6:15 to go in the first. Second free throw, Lawler is good. 4-0 Pleasant Hill early. Jenkins to bring it up for the Cats, gets it to Knowles over on the wing. So get it off on the wing now for Jenkins. Inside they go to Rogers. Rogers goes to work, can't get that hook shot to fall. Try to get it over Solomon and could not get it. They kick it back the other way. Kohler's got it, gets it back on the corner for Hicks. Hicks back out front. Lawler fires a 3, no. Rebound off of Solomon, but picked up by Fannin. Fannin guarded by George. Now they go baseline jumper, no good. Tipped out, and Jenkins comes up with it. Jenkins going to push it with his numbers. And now he's going to kick it in the corner for Langer. Back out on the wing inside. They try to go for Rogers, but it's picked back up. Kick it out. 3 ball on the way by Jenkins. Good. Bryce Jenkins, and it's 4-3. Bryce is one of those kids, he hits a shot early, he could have a big game. We'll see if that transpires tonight. Fannin back out front. It'll be Hicks with it. Back to Lawler. Fannon's got it in the corner. He goes to Solomon. Solomon kick in the corner. Kick it out now, Lawler. Lawler 3, no. Rebound by Langer. 4-3 score. Cats down 1 with the ball. Jenkins brings it up. Gets it off for Langer over to George. George has got it left side wing now, trying to set up his offense. He's going to drive. Goes up strong. And they're going to call an offensive foul on George. So it goes back the other way with 4:50 to go. Kohler to Lawler. Lawler going to bring it up for Pleasant Hill. Gets it to Fannin. Fannon's got it on the wing, right side, back top of the key for Kohler. Spin it over to the left side for Lawler. Left side wing, out top of the key, Solomon. Solomon throws it away. He thought he was going to have Kohler there, but Kohler cut to the rim, and nobody was there, and it goes back the other way. Cats going with the blackout here, and the fans are tonight. Across the timeline, getting off for Langer. Langer's got it on the wing, and a foul on Fannin. And it'll be Cats ball on the near sideline here. After the foul, Knowles hands off for Jenkins. Jenkins top of the key, Langer. Langer going to drive, kick. Thought about a 3 is Knowles. Knowles got him off his feet. Now Langer going to go up and under for the bucket. Make it 5-4. And it goes back the other way. So 2 from Langer, and it's a 5-4 score. They get it to Lawler. Lawler into the corner, Fannin. Fannin going to drive up over George, and George is going to get a foul called. He couldn't get the rebound.
And that's too quick on George. See him coming out, yep.
Evan Filer going to check in for him. And Fannin at the line, first one no good, has 1 more to go. Chance to tie it up here. First 4 come from Pleasant Hill, the last 5 from the Wildcats in the early going. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Second free throw, no. Rebound goes to Evan Filer. Gets it off for Jenkins, and Jenkins going to bring it up for the Cats with 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. Jenkins has it outside, right side wing between the circles. Go over to Filer. Top of the key free throw, or volleyball line, I should say, for Langer. Hands off. It'll be on the wing for Knowles. Over to Langer, back to Filer. Filer with it on the wing, top of the key. 3 ball.
It is.
No good. Thought it was going to go, does not. And it goes back the other way. Fanning going to bring it up. He has it to Kohler. Kohler going to drive. No good. He had an easy look at the bucket and missed it, and it stays 5-4. Between the circles, it'll be Filer with it, setting up the Wildcat offense. Trying to get it over for Jenkins. Gets it now to Brooks Langer. Langer goes up strong. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Lawler cut him off. Gang tackle, he could say, by the P. Hill Roosters. And Langer goes to the line for 2. I like the aggressiveness by the Cats heading towards the bucket tonight, Gary. They've struggled at that at times this year, and so far they are looking good. Free throw is good. It's 6-4 now.
Poisel and Atkinson into the game, as well as Conine for Pleasant Hill.
Second free throw coming up. It is good, and it's a 7-4 lead after both of those by Langer. So Cats up by 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kohler's got it between the circles, trying to set up his offense. Going to kick it in the corner, back out front. Lawler thought about a 3, now hands off. It'll be Conine. Conine back to Fannin, over to Lawler. Lawler looking inside. He's going to go up and put it in over. Lawler puts it right over Poison. It's 7-6 back the other way. Get it off for Atkinson. Now to Filer. Filer's going to have good minutes for the Cats in this first half with George in foul trouble. Poisel's got it, going to hand off for Jenkins. Jenkins got it way outside. Between the circles he goes. Back by the timeline, dribbles over volleyball line. Right side, top of the key now Poisel. Poisel looking inside and going to hand off underneath. Good up and under by the Cats, but Langer can't connect, and it goes back the other way. Lawler ahead to Fannin. Fannin left side wing, back to Lawler. Lawler about the volleyball line, thought about a 3, now gets it over on the wing right side for Kohler. Going to go in strong, and they're going to call the blocking foul on Poisel as Kohler just goes up and over him. And you can tell Kohler a very good athlete as well. He just went sky high on that one.
Yeah, football, you could see that in football, obvious.
And the free throw no good. 1 more to go here. 7-6 Cats with the lead. With 1:53 to go in the first quarter.
Kobe Norris back in for the first time.
Second one is good, and we're tied at 7 apiece. So we got it back the other way. They go into the corner for Atkinson. He's going to drive up and under, and then he kicks it off. Jenkins, wide open 3. Good! Bryce Jenkins, 10-7. What I tell you about Bryce, he gets an early one. He is dangerous. He gets that confidence boosted. He's got 2 tonight. He did not score on Tuesday night against Oak Grove, and they still won by 18. Now that one is knocked away but picked up by the Cats on the miss by Lawler. Inside they go. They drop it off, kick it outside. 3 ball on the way. Atkinson, no. Rebound by Poisel. Poisel to Norris, no. And a foul inside. We're going to call that on Poisel. That'll be 2 on Poisel, which isn't good either because that leaves Brody not spelled for very long. So here we go. Lawler back the other way, down by 3, gets it off for Conine, back to Lawler. Get it over on the wing, Conine with it. looking to do something with it, gets it ready, and it goes to Kohler. Kohler to Lawler. Lawler to Fannin. Fannin looking inside. He gets cut off, and a kickball going to be called on Norris. Leda in there along with Conine.
Leda and Poisel are having a tug of war down down low.
And with Poisel's 2 fouls, he's going to have to take a seat on the bench. Conine to pass it in for Pleasant Hill to get it into Lawler. Lawler's got it on the wing. They go inside for Leda. Back to Conine. He puts it up no good. And a rebound foul. Leda is fouled, or should I say Leda fouls Rogers. Rogers had the position. And right away that goes back to the bench for Solomon. So Nate Solomon comes back into the game. So here comes the Cats with 30. They're going to go for one last shot here. First quarter up by 3. Jenkins with a couple of threes in this first quarter. Langer with 4. That's your 10 points for the Wildcats. Norris going to hold it. And now getting guarded, so going to start the dribble. Loses the dribble, but gets it back. And going to dribble around everybody. Kick it in the corner. Filer, 3-ball, no. Rebound goes to Atkinson. Good at the buzzer. 12-7. Kennedy Atkinson with the putback. And we go to the end of the quarter. Cats 12, 7, the Rooster.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto, across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
All right, welcome back. 8 minutes on the clock. We go to quarter number 2. See how big that tip in by Atkinson comes back in the game.
You know, he has been off the bench, at least lately in the last, handful of games, has really put in a lot of wonderful minutes in the second half, coming off the bench. And right there it shows why it's been so important to them in this stretch of where they've had wins.
What I've liked most about this team this year, everybody seems to know what their role is on this team, and they've done a good job of that. Kennedy knows his is to give energy off the bench and get some rebounds and some putbacks, and he got one there. Cats with the ball, top of the key. It'll be Atkinson. Gets it over for Norris. Norris has got it looking inside, kick it in the corner. They go inside for Rogers. Rogers goes up strong, can't get it to go, goes to the free throw line, and second quarter, you'd like to get Brody Rogers going here in this second quarter and get you an inside presence. Rogers at the line for a pair. First one good. One more to go here. Make it 13-7. Second one coming up. It is good as well. Brody knocks them both in. Cats lead 15-7. Early second quarter. Lawler to bring it up for Pleasant Hill, gets it over on the wing. Inside they go for Fannin on the cut. He is knocked down by Knowles, and he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. Got the feed from Hicks there. $14-7. I'm sorry, I said 15-7. I wrote down 2. I should have wrote down 1. Free throw is good, 14-8. Fannin knocks it down. He's got one more to go here. Second one good as well, and it's a 14-9 game. Norris brings it up for the Cats, up by 5. And that's going to be a
Let's have something on the floor over there.
Yeah, not sure what was going on there. So they're going to wipe something down. Or they saw something. So they're going to wipe it up. 7.5 to go. This kind of gives both teams like a little extra timeout here. Just 30 seconds into the second quarter.
Well, the nice thing about it is we're on offense, so it kind of gives us an opportunity to get a play if he wants to try and draw up something, he can do.
So 14-9 our score. 7.5 to go in the first half for the Wildcats and the Roosters. Lady Cats took game one of this Cass County clash. Cats trying to get the sweep here. Atkinson to throw it in, gets it into Norris, and we're back underway in Harrisonville. Atkinson with it on the wing, right side, goes top of the key, Brody Rogers. Brody over to Norris, directing traffic is Norris back to Langer. Langer's got it between the circles, over to Atkinson. Atkinson goes in, drops it down low.
Good play.
Good play for Norris, could not connect though. Cats have missed a couple of those easy bunnies inside, and it goes back the other way.
But I got to tell you, I like the play.
I did like the play. Hicks gets it to Solomon, over to Kohler. Kohler back top of the key, Lawler, he'll fire, he'll connect. Make it 14 to 12, and back the other way. Langer goes up hard, and he is fouled. So Fannin fouls Langer, and Langer goes to the line for a pair. 14-12, Cats lead by a pair. Too many twos on that one, 15 to 12. One more to go here. There was too many twos on that. 22 fouled 22, and he's shooting 2. And he makes 2.
And we're hitting our free throws.
And it's 16 to 12 as they increase their lead by 2, from 2.
2-4. 2-4.
So 16-12 our score. Hicks with it. He's going to go free throw line for Kohler, over to Lawler. Lawler fires, connects, and it's 16-15.
Just like that, 2 threes back to back.
And it's a 1-point game. They kick it in the corner for Atkinson. He's going to drive in, kick out. Langer 3, no good. Rogers with the offensive board, though, give the Cats new life. And he's going to try to go around Solomon, and Kohler knocks it out of bounds as the double team comes. It's a 1-point game with 6:16 to go, first half. So Langer to pass it in for the Cats here. Gets it in the corner, 3-ball, Jenkins, no good. Rebound Solomon of Pleasant Hill. They got a chance to regain the lead that they had early on. And Hicks gonna cross over Langer, goes glass and good, and it's 17-16.
And he's a freshman.
So Hicks knocks it down, and it's a 17-16 game. 3-ball, 3-ball by Knowles is no good. Back out top they go, Lawler. He's going to drive in, put it up, no good. Rebound by Atkinson, picked up by Langer. Langer gets it ahead for Jenkins. Jenkins thought about it. He's going to step in, shoot it, no good. Rebound for Hicks. Hicks going to push it ahead. He's going to go all the way to the bucket, no good. Blocked away by Atkinson. Out of bounds off Kohler, and back to the Wildcats with 5:25 to go in the first half. So Knowles with it into Jenkins with 5:20 to go. First half, a 1-point Pleasant Hill lead. Pleasant Hill playing low in the numbers. That's where they want to be in this game. Harrisonville would like to get it up in the 60s. 17-16 the score. Rogers loses the handle, gets it back, puts it up and in. And they regain the lead at 18-17 on the bucket by Rogers. Back the other way they go. Rogers tries to get the steal from Solomon. They kick it over to Hicks. Back inside Kohler. He puts it up for 2. And we switch the lead around again on the Kohler bucket. 19-18 our score. Cats down 1. Langer going to drive, float, no. Gets his own rebound, put back, good. And it's 20-19, another lead change. 4 consecutive lead changes on 4 consecutive possessions. 20-19 our score, 4:28 to go, and Kohler going to go the other way and throws it down, Ramsey Kohler. And it's 21-20. Back the other way it goes. They go inside to Rogers. Rogers goes up. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line as Hicks fouls him. Not too often you see a kid drive the lane and throw one down. Ramsey Kohler did it right there, and it's 21-20. Rogers at the line for a pair. First one good, ties us up at 21 apiece. So 5 consecutive lead changes, and now we have a tie ball game at 21-21. Rogers trying to give the Cats the lead back. It is good, and it's 22-21 Cats. Seesaw second quarter in this one. Kohler now kicks it out, stolen away by Knowles. He's going to slow it down now. Stop, pop, can't drop it, and a rebound. Kohler gets it to Lawler, and it goes back the other way. Knowles cold in the game so far. Get it off on the wing for Fiddler, and now a steal by Langer. He lays it up and in for 2, 24-21. And we got a timeout on the floor, a full timeout. I think Harrisonville held its collective breath. They thought that Langer may throw one down. He gets the finger roll, and the Cats lead by 3. We'll be right back after this.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
All right, welcome back. 3:43 to go here, first half. 24-21. Cats lead by 3. A seesaw battle in the second quarter. Saw 5 consecutive lead changes. Cats have pushed it back to 3. They've led by as many as 5 in the ball game. And now Kohler going to go up, lower it for Solomon, who puts it in for 2, 24-23. Solomon's first points of the ball game. Rogers answers back, make it 26-23. Brody Rogers with the 10-foot jumper. And a quick back and forth battle. They kick it in the corner. Fiddler thought about it, now kicks out for Lawler. Lawler's got it now. He's going to go back door for Solomon. He can't knock it down. Rebound by the Cats. They get it ahead to Rogers. He's going to stop. He can't drop. He puts it up again. He's fouled by Leda, and he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. We were just talking about Pleasant Hill kind of slowed it down a little bit, Gary, and Harrisonville's kind of amped up the volume now here as we're going up and down the floor like they want to. Free throw rattles home, make it 27-23. Brody Rogers knocks it down.
Well, I know you don't want me to say this, but I mean, one of the keys was free throws, and I'm just going to stop there, okay?
So 27-23 the score. This free throw is no good. Gary had to talk about it, and then Brody loses the handle on it. They were 9 for 9 from the free throw line, and Gary opens his mouth, and they miss promptly.
Okay,
27-23. Oh, hey, you can take the blame on that one. It's all good. Under 3 to go here, first half. Cats with a 4-point lead. Fannin gets it over to Lawler. Lawler's got it on the wing, left side, out of the left wing, between the circles. He's trapped, gets it to Fannin. At the volleyball line right side. They go 3-ball. Way outside, no good. Rebound by Jenkins for the Cats in a 4-point lead. Ahead they go. 3-ball Langer, good! 30-23, Brooks Langer. And the Cats back out front 7. That matches their largest lead of the ball game. Now Lawler has it, gets it over to Fannin. Fannin gonna drive, now kick for Lawler. Lawler gonna drive, elbow jumper, no good. And they're going to call a clear-out foul on Knowles, and that'll be 2, I think, on Colby. And Colby knows that that's one of those things. The senior, you got to know they're going to call that foul on you. You got to let the shooter come down, and he didn't allow that. He cleared him out. First free throw is good, 30-24. Knowles is going to check out. after the free throw was good by Lawler. He's got 11. One more to go here. Second free throw coming up, 2:12 to go here. Second quarter, 30-25 our score after the two free throws. Atkinson with it outside, gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins will fire, no. Long rebound, Solomon comes up with it, gets it to Lawler. Ahead they go, back out front. Lawler fires from the volleyball line. He connects. Jagger Lawler for three, and
That's
it's
his third three.
30-28. I think I've seen about 40 different Pleasant Hill Roosters come up with big threes against Harrisonville over the years, and it all started with Dustin Mounts about 12 years ago. Somebody that I'm pretty decent friends with, I talk to on a pretty regular basis, Dustin Mounts now. I give him a hard time because I talk about how he was in high school. Jumper good, and we're all knotted up at 30 apiece. And now Harrisonville going to call a timeout after the Solomon bucket. So 30-30, 1:21 to go in the half. We'll be back.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
All right, 1:21 to go. First half, 30-30 our score. We said it before the game, Gary. When these two get together, you just throw the records out the window. And it's another situation here. Pleasant Hill rising to the occasion so far. Jagger Lawler mainly for Pleasant Hill as he's got 3 threes in this first half. Norris has got it on the wing. Back out front they go for Jenkins to Atkinson, over to Norris to Jenkins. Now Atkinson backs his way in. Now going to hand off. Jenkins turns it over, and it goes back the other way. So 30-30 our score. Cats have led by 7 a couple of times, and both times Pleasant Hill has come back to tie and take the lead on numerous occasions. They led 4-0 early on. Cats were able to erase that one. Now Norris knocks it off.
Well, they've scored 23 in the second half alone. Now, granted, you know, we've scored 18, but still that 5-point deficit that they were in at the change of the quarters, they've made that up.
So 30-30 our score, 44.7 to go. Lawler's got it out front between the circles. This is a big game, too. When not only conference standings, but you start talking about districts as well. Kohler going to go strong. He can't get it to fall. He'll go to the free throw line. He's fouled by Atkinson. They call that on Atkinson. Free throw. Kohler is good. And it's a 31-30 lead. So Kohler, he's got 5 now. It's allowed 5, a dunk, a bucket, and now a 2-shot opportunity at the line here. Free throw is up and good, and it's a 32-30 Pleasant Hill lead. You know, basketball is a game of matchups, and right now the size inside right now is going the way of Pleasant Hill because Rogers is the only one that can get in there and bang right now because Poisel's on the bench with 2 fouls. Norris gets it over to Jenkins. Some ill-advised shots in the second quarter, too, by the Cats. Not running their offense as well as they did in the first quarter and at times. Langer's got it. Back out front for Jenkins. Jenkins over to Knowles. Knowles will fire a 3. Good. Colby Knowles. And it's 33-32 Cats. Regain the lead at the buzzer. So we go to the half. Cats take a 33-32 lead. We'll be back after this.
No matter the time of year, Sonic of Harrisonville is the place to go for good food quick. Not to mention you can have all-day happy hour if you order a drink on the app. If it's a corn dog you're after or maybe onion rings, they have that too. The best part of the app is you order, pay online, drive in, pull up, they bring it out to you, and you're on your way. Sonic is also one of the best ways to raise money for your organization. Call Ed for details today. Sonic of Harrisonville, not just another fast food restaurant.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
Where the grammars go, Hans Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn in Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, you know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket, while you're at it at the Tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
The Cider House at the Farm has great events all year long. Songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is going to be that Valentine's dinner. So go check out their Facebook page and ciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking at the Cider House, just 7 miles south of Harrisonville on Highway 7. It is halftime show brought to you by Susie Q. Throw out that New Year's resolution. Go get a Susie Q tenderloin today. Nothing half about those portion sizes at Susie Q's. Gary is finishing tallying up his stats. We'll get to his halftime stats here in just a few moments. The Cats go to the locker room. Fortunately, go to the locker room up 33-32. They led 12-7 after one. They were outscored 25-21 in a high-paced second quarter. But there were 6 lead changes and 2 ties in that quarter in this one, and that gives us our halftime score of 33-32. I'll bring Gary in now.
Yeah, leading the way for the Cats, and he's done it really. I mean, when I start counting this up, it seems like every game, look at it, Langer's done it just kind of slowly but surely. I mean, he had 4 only in the first quarter, but then he had 9 in the second to round out. He's leading the scoring with 13. Brody Rogers, 0 fouls. He's got 9 points. And then Bryce Jenkins with those 2 threes right at the very beginning of the game, he's got 6. And then Knowles has got 3. And Kennedy Atkins has got 2. That was a big 2 points that he got there midway through the second quarter. So rounding out the scoring, takes us to 33 points, again with Langer and Rogers leading the way. For the Pleasant Hill Roosters, leading the way for them is Lawler. He's got 15. I mean, he's got almost half of their points. And then Kohler has 9, and then everybody else pretty much has 2. Fannin has 2, Hicks has 2, Solomon has 2, and Lydia has 2 to round out their 32 points, with the Cats leading the Roosters 33-32 at halftime.
Couple of things for me in this game. Obviously, we said you got to keep the records out of it when these two play. They scored 21 points in the second quarter, but I didn't think Harrisonville played really that well in the second quarter. There were some missed shots in there, some shots you probably shouldn't have took. They had some turnovers, and they had a 7-point lead at one point. Pleasant Hill raced it quickly. Obviously, Jagger Lawler having a good game. He's got 15 points for Pleasant Hill, and that's kind of been their go-to here in the game. For me, for the Cats in the second half, they got to get a third person involved. Langer, Rogers, they're doing their job. They're both basically double figures. Brody's got 9, 13 from Brooks. But Jenkins has got to get going. Knowles has got to get going. You'd like to see somebody else in there step up, get that third guy, get up towards double digits. Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, and Kennedy Atkinson has got some minutes, but I look for him in the second half. You know, with Poisel having, I didn't talk about the fouls, Knowles and Poisel both have 2, and George has 2. but I see Kennedy playing maybe a little bit bigger role in the second half because they're playing big. You know, he plays that post when he's got to, but he's going to give them that second big guy or tall guy in the paint, which, you know, with Rogers, they're making it difficult on Brody.
Well, and what I liked in the second quarter, what we did, we switched and we put Kennedy Atkinson on on Kohler, and that slowed him down quite a bit. That's the matchup I'd like to see. Then you got Rogers with Solomon, and if you can put those two out there and bring in Poisel, that really changes the complexion for you. May take a little bit of the offense away from you guy or from Harrisonville, but it also eliminates that drive ability of Kohler.
Oh, yeah.
So we got about 4.5 minutes before we get to second half action. It is 33-32. Cats lead by a point. We'll be back with more on your halftime show after this. Thanks for those halftime stats. They were brought to you by Uptown Event Space. Why pay a fortune on a wedding? Then you get maximum space, half the cost, and paid parking. We'll be back.
The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville. Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need 1 roll of sod, 1 scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
We've all been there before. Needed to deposit a check in our account, but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
Every team has the same characteristics, including having each other's back. That's the motto the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they got your back. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new in a warm, family-friendly environment. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com.
All right, welcome back. We're about 3 minutes away from second half. Well, I say 3 minutes. There's 3 minutes up on the clock.
And it stopped.
And I had to chuckle because Pleasant Hill had came out. They got to their bench, and they walked back over to the sideline. And Coach Messenger for Pleasant Hill kind of was shaking his head as he walked back. He's seen this more than once here. And there's been a couple of times we've had like the 25-minute half times. He's just like, Oh man, you got to be kidding me. The Pips, they lasted a little bit longer, I think, than they thought. They'd only put 10 minutes on the halftime clock, so now the Silver Sensations are dancing out there. But our score at the half, 33-32, Wildcats with the lead on the strength of a buzzer beater in the second quarter by Mr. Colby Knowles to put the Cats on top. Pleasant Hill came back, scored 4 more than the Cats in that second quarter, and we will have about 3 minutes before we get to second half action. I want to thank you guys again for joining us on our halftime show, brought to you by Suzy Q. Nothing half about the portion size at Suzy Q. Throughout the New Year's resolutions, go to Suzy Q and get a tenderloin today. We'll be back with second half action in about 3 minutes or so. Cats and the Roosters coming back.
Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram. When you plan a party, the last thing you want to worry about is cooking. So call the experts at Time for Seasoning Caterings. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant event for you. So take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME forseasoning.com.
Looking for a new modern style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app. Welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri for your Harrisonville Wildcats and the Pleasant Hill Roosters.
He's hired. I'll just let him do the second half.
You know, and in about 12, 13, 14 years, you're going to play that back and you're going to wish for
Right.
times like that.
Absolutely. I enjoy. He is definitely a daddy sidekick when it comes to basketball, and I like that he's learning the game. He's learning stuff. So we're ready for second half action. Pleasant Hill going to have it. Go right to left in the second half. Cats from left to right. Bring it up will be Hicks. He gets it over on the wing for Fannin. Fannin looking in the corner for Lawler. Back over for Hicks into Solomon. Solomon back to Hicks. Hicks over to Fannin now and back to Hicks. Hicks will fire a three. Good. And Pleasant Hill going to take the lead out of the break. So 35-33 the score. And they get it over for Knowles. Knowles has got it now, throws it away. Not sure where Knowles was going with that. And now Lawler takes it back the other way, drops it off for Hicks. And it's 37-33 right out of the gates. Back-to-back buckets by Hicks. Pleasant Hill student section letting everybody know that he's a freshman. That's the third time he scored every time they say that. So that's kind of funny going back at Harrisonville because Harrisonville's had their own chance over on the other side. Jenkins has got it way outside, volleyball line left side, going to cross over, go all the way to the bucket and good. Make it 37-35. I'd like to see him get going in the second half. They kick it in the corner. Hicks. He connects, and it's 40-35. It's a 5-point game. Hicks has 8 to start the second half. They get it off on the wing. Langer with it now, gets it over for Jenkins. Jenkins has got it. He's going to go underneath and throws it away. It's going to go back for Pleasant Hill. Lawler's got it outside. Has it on the wing right side with his dribble. Goes between the circles for Hicks. Hicks was feeling it. Gets it to Kohler into the corner for Fannin. Fannin going to drive. Now kick. Lawler for 3. No. Well, rebound by George. George set a majority of that first half. Good to see him back in there for the Cats. Langer's got it in the corner. Skip it over for Knowles. Knowles has got it inside to Rogers. Rogers goes up strong. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for a pair. Cats down 5 with 5:51 to go here in the third. So 5:51 to go, third quarter. Rogers at the line. Free throw no good. Back of the rim. Brody has missed his last 2, and Harrisonville has not shot a free throw since Gary had said that, and they've missed their last 2 since Gary talked about them knocking their free throws down.
Thank you, Brody.
Second one is good. Gets Gary off the hook. 40-36. Cats still down by 4, though. And Hicks going to bring it back for Pleasant Hill. Gets it off for Lawler. Lawler's got it on the wing into the corner for Solomon on the right side, right wing now. Hicks. Ramsey with it outside. He'll fire from about 18. No. Rebound goes right back to Ramsey. He goes up. No. Rebound by Jenkins ahead for Rogers. Rogers slows it down, gives it to Jenkins. Jenkins across the timeline. Wide open 3 ball. Good. Landon George. 40-39. George knocks it down, and it goes right back the other way. Reach-in foul called on the way to the basket, and it'll be, see who that's on. They're going to call that on Jenkins. Just his second. 5:15 to go, 40-39 the score. Get it off up front they go for Hicks. Hicks off for Lawler. Lawler's going to go inside for Solomon, knocks it away. Picked up by Kohler. Now back out front they go. Lawler from Hicks. Lawler's got it out front, guarded by George. Now over to Hicks. Into the corner, Solomon. Solomon corner right side for Pleasant Hill. They go inside Fannin. He goes up. No, he's fouled by Norris, by Knowles. That's 3 on him. With 4:50 to go here in the third. Quick first 3 minutes of this third quarter. Poisel set to check in. Fannin free throw no good. Has 1 more to go here. So 4:50 to go, third quarter, 40-39. Cats down 1. Pleasant Hill's led by as many as 5. Cats have led by as many as 7 in this one. Second free throw by Fannin is good. It's a 41-39 game. On top of that, we've had 6 lead changes and 2 ties in the ball game. Cats down 41-39, 4:43 to go, third quarter. Rogers to the top of the key, Poisel. Poisel thought about a 3, now gets it into the corner. They go for Rogers. Rogers going to spin, no good. Blocked away by Solomon, and it goes back the other way. Fannin has it. He's going to cross over, go up strong, no. Rebound fought for, scrum forward on the ground, and it is going to be a jump ball to the Cats. Poisel looked like a middle linebacker right there. He dove into the pile and covered it up. He said, no way. They're going to call the jump, and it'll be Cats ball here with 4:22 to go in the third. 41-39 our score. Across the timeline we go with it. Jenkins over to Poisel. Poisel to George. Back top of the key for Jenkins. Jenkins goes behind the back, now kicks off for Langer. Langer going to drive, no good. He called for the charge.
See, there was a charge down there earlier in the first half that I'd have swore Poisel was set, and they called it. They called it a blocking on Poisel.
And they're going to call the hand check foul on
And that's
George.
3 on George.
This is how underdogs win basketball games. What did I say before the game? You got to keep your head on straight. So 2 free throws coming for Pleasant Hill, and Lawler misses the first. 1 more to go. So 4:01 to go, third quarter, a 41-39 game. Second free throw good. Make it 42-39. Landon George has not played a lot in this game because of foul trouble. He just picked up 2 fouls because that technical goes as a personal as well. So he will be on the bench for a little bit. Lawler gets it over for Hicks. Hicks has got it on the wing, back out front for Kohler. Kohler over to Lawler. He'll fire. He'll miss. Rebound Kohler. He knocks it down. And it's 44-39. And a timeout called by Harrisonville. Right now, the team in the gym that wants this bowl game more is in purple and gold. The Cats got to find some rhythm and some control in this ball game. And we talked about it in the pregame show, Gary. I specifically said you got to keep your head on straight and not get in any altercations. The Cats just cost themselves at least 3 points on that right there because of that. And you cannot do things like that in a game like this. You knew it was going to be a tough game. You can't come into it thinking you're just going to walk out there and roll the ball out and win the ball game, because when you do that, you get into games like this. And now you're down 5 with 3:42 to go, and you know Pleasant Hill would love to be the team to give you your first conference loss.
Oh, absolutely. They could lose the rest of the games of the season as long as they take us off the mountain. That's all that matters to them.
So 5-point game, 3:42 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of basketball left to be played, but right now Pleasant Hill outplaying the Wildcats. Backdoor they go. Can't get it to go and goes to the free throw line will be Langer. And a couple of things happen when the underdog is winning and the game moves on. You press a little bit more trying to get back into the ball game. You just got to refocus and play it possession by possession. Langer's free throw good. Knocks it to the bottom of the net. Makes it 44-40. 1 more to go here. Kind of like the Chiefs, down 10 and 7 minutes to go in the Super Bowl. They didn't panic. They didn't worry about it. They just came out and played their game. If you're the Wildcats, just play your game. Just keep attacking. Play some defense. Don't get caught in any of the extracurricular stuff. Second free throw good. It's 44-41. 3:30 to go here in the third. Lawler brings it across the timeline to Kohler, to Hicks. Hicks is going to go free throw line, kick it to Solomon. Solomon to Lawler. He'll fire, and he misses up and over and out of bounds. Back to the Cats. So I don't know if they called that out of bounds, or if they did say that it went up over the back of the backboard. I don't really know.
I thought they called him foot on the line. The way it looked like he was pointing towards the ground, so I thought maybe he was on the line.
So 3:15 to go, third quarter, 44-41. Cats down 3 with the basketball. Filer's got it, gets it over for Norris. Norris on the wing, right side, looking inside. Now they get it to Jenkins. Over to Filer on the wing. Filer wing, top of the key, Poisel. Poisel with it over to Atkinson. Atkinson now hands off for Jenkins. Jenkins will fire. Connect! Bryce Jenkins from deep. And it's 44-44. We're tied up again. Back out front they go. And the ball stripped away from Hicks, but picked up by Lawler. Gets it to Solomon. Solomon's got it on the wing. Looking inside to the cutter. Fannin gets it, and they're going to call it on the floor as Norris and Fannin get tangled up. And it'll be Pleasant Hill ball underneath their own bucket, tied at 44 apiece. I like to see Jenkins with that confidence to shoot that shot and knock it down. Fannin gets it on the wing, back out front for Hicks. They go to Lawler. Lawler goes inside, right to Solomon. It bounced right direction, 46-44. Solomon, right place, right time. He's got 6. And with 2:22 to go, Cats again down by 2. They get it over for Norris. He's got it wing right side over to Jenkins, he's feeling it. He cannot connect. I thought that was going down too. And it goes back to Pleasant Hill up 2 with 2:07 to go here in the third. Kohler gets it over for Fannin, now to Lawler. Lawler out to Solomon. Solomon looking inside. Gets it off for Fannin on the wing. Fannin to Kohler. Kohler's got it. They go inside for Solomon. Over for 2. And it's 48-44. Cats back the other way. Jenkins has it. He's going to go up and under. And he throws it to Norris. Back out front for Atkinson. Atkinson behind his back. Gets it. Baseline jumper. Poisel, no. Rebound Pleasant Hill. And it goes back the other way. 1:31 to go to Fannin. Fannon's got it on the wing. He's going to stop, pop, and a foul on the floor again. Checking back into the game is Langer and Rogers. That was a 7th team foul. That means Fannin shooting 1-1. And that's big because that means they'll shoot free throws the rest of the ball game here. And there's still another quarter left to be played. 48-44 our score. First one is good. And they've got it back out to 5. 49-44. Matches their largest lead of the ball game of 5. One more to go here. Second free throw, good. So Pleasant Hill with their largest lead of the night, 50-44. Norris has got it into the side for Rogers. Rogers goes up, can't get it to go, goes to the line, 4-2. Probably not the shot you want if you're Brody right there, but you'll take it because you get 2 free throws. It would have looked a lot better if he would have got it, if it would have fallen down. Free throw is good, 50-45.
And that's 3 on Kohler, so getting one more foul, he's going to have to play a lot lighter and make things a little bit easier.
And he probably will sit the last 120 of this quarter. 50-46, Cats back within 4. Full court pressure being applied. They get it ahead for Fannin. Back to Lawler. Lawler going to go up and put it over, no, and they're going to call a foul. And he'll go to the free throw line. So 2-shot opportunity for Lawler. He knocks the first one down. One more to go here, 51-46. And the next free throw coming up from Lawler. 6-point game with 52-46 with 1:08 to go here in the third. Cats going to have to come from behind in this one. Norris can't get it to fall. Goes to the free throw line for a pair. I like the take by Norris. And the Cats just not getting those and-one opportunities to fall. And Norris at the line for 2. With 1:02 to go here in the quarter. First one is good, 52-47. Norris on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. One more to go.
Didn't he win a free throw contest at one point in time?
Yeah, when he was in 6th grade or something, he made some insane amount in a row or something. I don't know the exact specifics. I'll have to ask him about that or ask his dad about that, what that was. 52-48 the score. Cats showing full court pressure here. They get it ahead for Solomon, timeout called, 30-second timeout called. They got it across the timeline to Leda, and then he had nowhere to go. He was trapped. And there's a timeout called by Pleasant Hill with 50.6 seconds, just 30. We'll keep it right here. And, like I said, you press a little bit more when you're playing your rival already. And then you add to the fact that it's a rival you should probably beat. You press even more, and that's what I see out of the Cats so far in this ball game, Gary.
Yeah, and really, they've shot almost lights out in the third quarter. They've only missed three 2-pointers. They've got 2 threes and like five two-point buckets, and then the rest free throws. So, I mean, they've played – Pleasant Hill's played about as well as they could play in the second half, or second quarter, or third quarter.
So 52-48, 4-point game. 45 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Pleasant Hill probably looking for one last shot here in this third quarter. And they'll get the ball. This is kind of a 2-for-1 opportunity for them because they get the ball at the end of this one. Fannin goes to the line for a 1-and-1. This will be the last set of 1-and-1. He knocked a couple down earlier. Chance to make this a 6-point game. First one is good. 53-48. Back to 5. Pleasant Hill's led by 6. Harrisonville's led by 7. A lot of ties and lead changes in this one. Second one good. And it's back to a 6-point game. 54-48. Atkinson gets it to Norris with 27 seconds to go. Cats going to push it up here. You got to score. You want to score here. It's a 6-point game. You'd like to make it 4 or 3 going to the fourth. And they go all the way in. Atkinson, Glasson, good. 54-50. Fannin ahead, throws it up. No, we go to the fourth, 54-50. We got a good one going in Harrisonville. We'll be back after this.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
All right, we go to the fourth quarter. We're ready for fourth quarter action. Cats down 4 as we head to the fourth.
And you know, you always say that we always want to have at least 3 people in double figures, so that way we good chance of winning. We do right now with Jenkins with 11, Langer with 15, and Brody Rogers with 12.
Now they got to play some defense and not get tangled up in some silly fouls here in the fourth quarter. Lawler going to bring it across the timeline. He cooled off in that third quarter, did not have any shots from the field made. They're going to go to Ramsey. He's going to try to collapse, and now they go to Fannin. Fannin now going to have to get rid of it. Gets it off on the wing for Norris. Puts it up. Good. Hicks, I'm sorry. And it's 56-50. Hicks has killed the Cats in the second half. The freshman has 10 in the second half. They get it into Rogers, kick it in the corner for Atkinson. Atkinson skips it over to Langer. Langer from about 18, good. Make it 56-52. Foot was on the line there. And now it goes back the other way across the timeline. Hicks skips it over to Fannin, top of the key, Kohler. And now a steal by Rogers. Gets it ahead to Jenkins. 7 minutes to go here, fourth quarter. Cats down 4. Jenkins fires from 28. No, missed it badly. Short on that one. And Lawler going to bring it back the other way. They get it in the corner for Hicks. They're looking inside Solomon. They go to Kohler. Kohler's going to step in, drop off. Ball on the ground, picked up by Jenkins. Cats going to push it the other way. Jenkins going to go up off the glass. No good. They're going to call the offensive foul. I don't mean to be the voice of reason, but it was a good call.
It was, but it's got to be consistent the whole time. In the first half, we had one exactly the same way. True, they had 3 guys around him. He needed a pass on that one probably.
56-52. Lawler goes the other way. No good. And a reach-in foul on the Cats. Lawler goes to the line for 2. And I'm going to tell you right now, Harrisonville's not going to get any calls.
Oh, absolutely not.
They're shrugging their shoulders. They're mad at every single call. Play basketball. Lawler rattles it home. 1 down. It's 57-52. I get so frustrated when teams do that. They can't understand why they're not getting any calls. And it boils down to the fact that you're not allowing the calls because you're questioning every call the official has. 58-52, a 6-point game. Cats down by 6. They hang off to Langer. Langer goes inside, now hands off to Atkinson. Atkinson looking to get rid of it, gets it back for Jenkins. Jenkins gonna drive in, floater, no. And it goes back the other way. And now Jenkins gonna ride Lawler all the way. Lawler, glass, no good. Ramsey tried to get the putback. Rogers gets it. Jump ball to the Cats. And it'll be Cats ball with 5:58 to go. 58-52, Cats down by 6. Run your offense, attack the basket, try to get back in this game. If you keep coming down, firing up threes quickly out of these sets, you're going to be in trouble. Jenkins has it, gets it over for Knowles. Knowles back in the game. He has 3 fouls to Rogers. Rogers has got it on the wing. He's going to fire a 3. No, that's not what you need. And a foul on the Wildcats with 5:41 to go here in this one. So 58-52, 5:41 to go. Norris set to check in. The freshman Hicks at the line. He's got 10 in the second half, 12 for the ball game. Free throw misses, has 1 more to go. The crazy part is Pleasant Hill has kind of dominated the second half, but they've only led by as many as 6. Second free throw coming up. The freshman misses them both. Rebound goes to the Cats, chased down by Norris. And a timeout called, full timeout with 5:34 to go. We'll be right back after this one.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
All right, 5:34 to go here, fourth quarter. Cats down 58-52. And the Cats have not played very solid here in this ball game, especially the second half. Pleasant Hill's played great. They've got good minutes. They've got good buckets out of the freshman Hicks in the second half, but they've also been at the free throw line because Harrisonville's played undisciplined. I guess I don't want to say undisciplined. They haven't played composed as they have in most games this year.
Well, it's the rivalry. We talked about it before the game even started. I mean, it's a rivalry game, and that's the way things go. And you also said, don't let them get chipper. Well, that's what happened.
Norris goes in, cuts it back out for Jenkins. Jenkins back to Norris. Norris has got it outside, going to drive in, loses the handle. Thought that went off of Norris. They're going to say it went off of Hicks out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cats. 58-52, 5:20 to go. They get it into Knowles. He goes right into work for Rogers. Rogers knocks it down. 58-54 after the bucket by Brody. And back they go. Kohler goes in and Fannin walks with it. And it goes back the other way. Cats down 4 with 5:04. Try to get it back to within 2 would be as close as they've been since way back in the third. Kick it out. Langer thought about it. He'll drive. Glass and good. 58-56. Brooks Langer for 2. Cats full court pressure being shown here. 5-second call. Cats get the ball with 4:45 to go here in the ball game and a chance to tie it. They get it into Rogers. He's clearing traffic. Hook shot, no. And it goes to Pleasant Hill. Lawler brings it up, 58-56 the score. Back out front they go to the freshman Hicks. They get it into Ramsey. He gets it out. Ramsey Kohler gets it over to Fannin, back out to Lawler. Now Hicks with it to Ramsey Kohler. He can't get it to fall. Buck is rebounded by the Cats. Norris going to push it ahead. Kick it off for Knowles. Into the corner for Langer. Langer goes up. Got it. Tied 58 all. Pleasant Hill's going to call the timeout. This is the best high school atmosphere, Gary, I've seen in Harrisonville in a long time for a high school basketball game. The crowd goes wild. The Cats 6 straight points, and it's tied at 58 all.
You've got a great crowd over on Harrisonville side. You got a great crowd over on this side. Great atmosphere in the youth over there, the high school students. Same thing with Pleasant Hill, and that's the same thing we always get every time when we play Pleasant Hill inside. It's just always that way.
And the difference this year with the student section is in years past we've had a full group over there, but nobody really does much cheering. Tonight, everybody into the ball game. It's what you like to see. It is 58-58, 4:02 to go in the ball game. Harrisonville has tied it up. They are on an 8-2 run in this one. It was 56-50. Then it was 58-52, so 6 consecutive points by the Cats, and it is tied with 4:02 to go, and the Cats have the momentum on their side right now. Fannin to pass it in for Pleasant Hill. Cats showing full court pressure here. That has given them fits Pleasant Hill in this second half. Lawler going to attack and gets it across the timeline to Fannin. Fannin going to skip it over to Hicks. Hicks going to drive in the lane. Floater, glass, no good. Rebound kicked out by Kohler underneath Solomon. He goes up good, and it's 60-58. Solomon now has 10. And the Cats down 2 with 3:35 to go here in the game. They get it into Rogers, and Rogers is fouled by Solomon. That'll be the 5th team foul. Cats set to pass it in here. Norris to pass it in. So they get the ball inbounds to Rogers. Rogers at the free throw line. He loses the handle. Handle goes back to Pleasant Hill. 3:25 to go, fourth quarter, 60-58 the score. Fannin with it on the wing left side. Goes into the paint, kicks out for Lawler. Lawler's got it right side. Over to the left side for Hicks. Into the corner, knocked away. Knocked away by Langer. Langer was saying it was out of bounds on Fanning. 3:14 to go. Get it into Lawler. He's got it way outside left side. Between the circles. He goes with it. He's going to dribble all the way in. Puts it up and in. It's a 4-point lead. 62-58. Back the other way it goes. Lawler for 2. Norris is going to drive. Kick to Rogers. Glass no good. Short arms it. Solomon with the rebound. And it goes back the other way. Lawler going to go up. And a blocking foul on Norris. Chance to push it back to 6.
He's never been a friend of ours. I'm sorry.
But you can't use your body and push into the player either. That's a foul.
But you can't run into him from the offensive side either. It's a little bit of both, and that's what happens on some of those things.
So 63-58, back to a 5-point advantage. Make it 6. Lawler knocks them both down, and the Cats in a hole with 2:44 to go. 64-58. They got it off. Backdoor cut for the Cats. They cannot connect. Just bad shot selection by the Wildcats. Lawler will walk to the line again. This one's a big one, makes it a 3-possession game right here. Free throw up and no good. One more to go. Bad problem is the Cats so second free throw, good. 7-point game, largest lead of the night for Pleasant Hill, 65-58. Cats gonna have to dig deep and find something in themselves here, down by 7. Langer's got it out front. They get it over for George. George has got it now. They look back door. They're going to hand off. No, George goes glass and good. 65-60. Cats going to press after the George bucket. And they get it inbounds. Lawler's got it. And he's going to dribble across the timeline, get it to Fannin. Fannin goes baseline jumper. Solomon, no. Rebound, Cats down 5, 1:50 to go. This is a big series for the Cats. You'd like a 3 to make it 2, but you'll take a 2 to make it 3. They go into Rogers. Rogers throws it away right to Kohler. He's going to flush this one home. Kaboom! And that could be a technical. They don't call anything. You can't pull yourself up on that, but 67-60. Timeout on the floor after the Kohler dunk. Brody Rogers threw that right at Kohler. And it's a 7-point game with 1:27 to go. We got a full timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves.
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Dominick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you are looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No, give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
Welcome back, 1:27 to go. Cats got to find some offense and quick. Down 67-60 in this one. And I'll tell you, really the difference in this is the bad possession. Cats have had a couple of bad offensive possessions in a row, not getting a good look at a shot. Langer will fire, no. Long rebound to Jenkins, free throw line jumper, no. Back to Jenkins again, floater, no. Put back, no. They got the ball, 1:05 to go. Pleasant Hill looks like they're going to pull out a victory here. 1 minute to go in the ball game. Got a text from Mateo Gonzalez watching the game tonight. He was impressed with the atmosphere here in this one. Jenkins gonna foul out. Takes one of your shooters off the floor. Hicks at the line for 2. So we wait the free throws here. They're bringing a player in. They finally get him in. Hicks at the line for 2. First one, no good. Has one more to go. If there's only one thing that you can say bad about Hicks tonight, the freshman, he is not knocking down his free throws. It's a 7-point game. Knocks that second one down, 68-60. Back the other way we go. They kick it in the corner to Langer. Langer out of the corner, skips it over to Knowles. Now to George, he'll fire, got it to go. 68-63, Cats gonna show pressure here after the George 3. And now ball knocked away, picked up by the Cats with 30. George can't connect, rebound by the Cats out front. Langer, no good, rebound fought for. And it's going to be free throws for Colby Knowles with 20 seconds to go, and that'll change the complexion of this one if he knocks these down. So 68-63. Knowles at the line for two. Misses. That's big. Timeout called by Pleasant Hill at 30. They're going to talk it over here. Cats have had opportunities. They just have not made anything out of those opportunities.
I couldn't see who did they get the foul on down here that he's shooting.
Maybe Solomon, but I'm not sure. There was a scrum inside for it. And I'm not sure, did Brody Rogers foul out?
No, he's not. He's only got one foul.
Okay. Because I didn't think he had very many fouls. And Cats down 5 here with 20 seconds to go. Really at this point, if you make this one so you can full court pressure, if you don't get the immediate steal or a 5-second call, because the clock will be stopped, so you can get a 5-second call without the clock rolling. If you don't get it or get the steal, you've got to foul immediately. And you got to have a safety valve back if you're the Cats. You don't want them to beat you over the top with an easy breakaway. So Colby Knowles at the line for a second, 68-63, 20.3 seconds to go in this one. Misses. Poisel, put back, good, and it's a three-point game, 68-65. Poisel knocks it down. Cats got a heartbeat, but it is very, very faint. 68-65, 15.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll go ahead, we'll keep it here. Again, goes back to now you got to try to get that 5-second call because you got the timeout called. So the clock's not going to run. Try to get a 5-second call on a steal. If you don't get that steal, you got to foul immediately, Gary.
Oh, yeah, and you know, I don't know who you're going to foul. I don't think you want to foul Lawler. Okay.
I'm fouling Hicks.
Yeah, because he's a freshman. I mean, he's playing a great game,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's not played in this type of an atmosphere before.
I'm fouling Solomon or Hicks. If Solomon is in the game. Solomon is in the game.
He is in the game.
So I'm fouling Hicks or Solomon right here. Maybe even Kohler. Kohler hasn't knocked down his free throws great in this ball game either. He's a good slasher, but he hasn't showed he's a good shooter. Try to get the ball in here, and they get it in, almost stolen away, and a foul quickly on Kohler. And free throws coming for Kohler. You know, you make one or two. If he makes them both, you're in trouble. If he makes one or two, you got a shot. Filer set to come in the ball game. Kohler at the line for two. Back of the rim, no.
And that didn't look good.
and I said, I've seen his free throws tonight. That's not a bad guy to have on the line with 14 seconds to go. 68-65. They missed this one. Could get interesting.
He missed it.
Here come the Cats down 3. They get it to Norris with 10. Across the timeline. Back to Langer. Langer's going to drive, kick in the corner, 3 ball, no. Rebound, Solomon. He's fouled. They had a look. They couldn't knock it down. Now Solomon has got 2, and it's going to have to be a 3-quarter. It's going to have to be, you missed the first one, you got to miss the second one on purpose. I don't know, do we have any timeouts left?
I think we've got, well, I don't know. I think we've got one left.
If you got one, Kennedy Atkinson checks in. Like I said, you missed the first. You almost got to miss the second on purpose. Solomon knocks it down. That makes it academic, 69-65. Second free throw coming. It is good. 70-65. Cats fall to 3-1 in the MRVC at the hands of their rivals, Pleasant Hill. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the postgame show after this.
Nobody needs to be left stranded with a broken car in the winter cold. Take your vehicle into Young's Auto and have them give you a full winter checkup. Their experienced staff will make sure you are ready for even the coldest winter days and nights. Don't just rely on anyone with your car. Go see Young's Auto Repair and let them give you peace of mind during these cold winter months. Young's Auto on Commercial, behind the garage.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant, and remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
All right, welcome back. Your final score tonight. The Cats fall 70-65 in this one. Let me run it down by the quarters for you here. The Cats led 12-7 after one. They led it 33-32 after being outscored 25-21 in the second quarter. Pleasant Hill outscores Harrisonville 22-17 in the third to take a 54-50 third quarter lead, and they outscore the Cats 16-15 to take a 70-65 win over the Cats. Cats fall to 3-1 and 12-6 overall. 3-1 in the conference, 12-6 overall. There was 7 lead changes in the ball game. There were 5 ties in this game. And the Cats looked like they had all the momentum, Gary, in that fourth quarter. They got it to 58-58, but then Pleasant Hill answered right back when they got it tied with a 7-0 run of their own, and then the Cats played catch-up from there on out and just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and you can't do that in the fourth quarter. Once you get it tied up, you got to keep it close, and running a 7-0 run is difficult. I think Coach is coming up here, so before I do the stats, I'm going to let him talk to you, put the stats in front of you so he can see them, and then I'll finish with the stats later. So
we'll get Coach Langer on here in just a second as he'll come up and chat with us a little bit. Final score again, 70-65 here. The Wildcats fall to Pleasant Hill. I got Coach Langer here. You know, Coach, first of all, you got to love an atmosphere like that tonight, the way that these two teams went at each other, and it was just one of those electric atmospheres you like to be in.
Yeah, we appreciate the support. You know, they were helpful. You know, we had plenty of energy, but, you know, to Pleasant Hill's credit, they shot the heck out of it, and we just can't guard anybody. You know, that's our problem. 3 of the last 4 games we've had 70 hung on us, and the only game we didn't, we had to do it in a junk defense because we can't guard anybody man-to-man. So, you know, we tried junking a little bit to open the second half, and, you know, the difference between this game and that game is they had 25 step up unguarded and hit a couple threes when we didn't have anybody on him. So those 2 shots were on me. But we were kind of daring the freshman to hit something, and to his credit, he did it. And but then we went back to man-to-man, and we couldn't guard him. So, you know, just disappointed in our effort in practice. Our game effort's fine, but in practice we've been so terrible lately, and, you know, we kind of deserve this to happen. But, you know, it kind of costs us a conference title, and, you know, but we got a lot of games left to play, and they're going to be in the fight for it too, and we get to play these guys hopefully 2 more times, but we'll probably have to do both of them at their place now. So it was disappointing. You know, we thought they shot an awful lot of free throws, and we didn't get there very much. And, you know, the technical was a huge play in the game. It was something we cautioned our guys on, not getting upset in the moment. And, you know, the guy didn't hear anything said. You know, he just said he saw our guy go over and say something to the guy, so he teed him up, which is bad officiating. But, you know, that was a game changer. So,
and, you
anyway.
know, and looking in the fourth quarter there, you got it tied at 58-58. You were down 6, and you got that 6-0 run, really got the crowd involved, but they answer with a 7-0 run, so then you're playing catch-up the rest of the game. You had a look at a tie for 3. It didn't fall, and it just seemed like in that last couple of minutes you had several looks. They just weren't falling.
Yeah, we did. We really did have some looks. I can't complain about that. We kept battling to the end, and, you know, had a chance, so that's all we can really ask for. And so, you know, several guys had chances to hit threes late, and we just didn't hit them, and they did. You know, so that's a big part of it too. But anyway, so.
Sometimes in midst of a conference season, you're 3-0. Sometimes it's good to have that wake-up call. You dropped a 3-1 in conference, but you still got 6 conference games to go.
Yeah.
You got a tough one on Tuesday at Odessa, and hopefully you can bounce back there, get to 4-1, and see what happens. You know, I think this conference is top-heavy for sure, and it looks like there's going to be a battle for all 4 or 5 of the 6 teams.
There are definitely 5 teams capable of winning it, and so we'll see. But, yeah, I don't think at this point we're looking for good losses. You know, it's time to step it up, and, you know, we got a team that should know better than to give anything less than our best every day at practice and stuff like that. But, you know, if you'd asked me for a prediction after practice yesterday, I'd have told you we'd have gotten beat because we were not good at all. But today I had a different vibe. I thought we were ready to go. But they, you know, to their credit, they've beaten 2 good teams in a row now, and they're playing good basketball too.
Well, you fall 70-65, but it's back to work. You got a game on Tuesday at Odessa, and then you got next Friday here against Excelsior. Yep. And if everything goes right, you could be looking at 5-1 in conference with 2 weeks to go.
Yep. We'll just have to get after it better. So.
Well, I appreciate you coming up, Coach, even in
thanks.
the loss, and we will chat with you next week. That was Coach Jeff Langer of the Harrisonville Wildcats, and that was one of those things, you know, Coach. What I like about Coach Langer is not afraid to talk about the game, and he's not afraid to say, hey, we made some mistakes, and you like to hear that. You know, hey, we made some mistakes, and we've got to play better.
Well, I said this, you know, a couple weeks ago when we played Carthage and Webb City. Sometimes a loss is a win to a certain extent, and in this particular case, this allows them to kind of go back to the drawing board, so to speak, and say, okay, this is what we need to work on. And there are some specific things that need to be worked on here. And I have complete faith in Coach Langer. Listen to the first part of his conversation that is going to happen. But that's what it takes. It takes some tough decisions. and some tough talk, some leadership by the seniors to get this to happen. And I have faith that it's going to happen. I'll run down the stats real quick so you'll have them. Leading the way for the Cats was Brooks Langer. He had 21. Then Brody Rogers had 14. Bryce Jenkins with 11. You always say if you get 3 in double figures, usually it's going to be a win. Well, we scored 65 points, but we just didn't keep them to under 65 points because allowed them to score 70. As Coach was saying, we just weren't playing that well of defense. But they were shooting some lights out in the second half, both in the third and fourth quarter, and they were coming at crucial times. Then following up the way, the rest of the scorings, Landon George had 8. Colby Knowles had 3. Kennedy Atkinson had 4. And Norris and Poisel each had 2. I was surprised. Atkinson, played off the bench. I don't think he had as good a game as he'd wanted to, as he has been having in the past. But he was also in there messing it up with a couple of big guys. I mean, and with Solomon and Kohler, both good players. Kohler's a very good player. It was making it difficult. Leading the way for Pleasant Hills, 25 points was Lawler. He had 25. Hicks, the freshman, had 13, and Solomon had 10. Kohler had 13. Fannin had 7, and Lydia had 2. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. So obviously the Cats fall to Pleasant Hill at home, 70-65, something you don't want to do. But whenever you have a rival, you know it's going to play that way, and it gives the Cats some really something to play for when they go up, and because if they're going to come to our house and beat us, that gives the Cats a little bit extra momentum to go up there and do the same thing to them.
Well, yeah, you want to go and get them back. Coach said it, and we talked about it, 5 different teams, I think, got a shot at winning this thing in this conference. And the conference champion's probably going to have 2, maybe 3 losses. So you can't look at it. Coach, he said it. He was like, we could have basically lost the conference title tonight, when it comes down to a tiebreak or something like that. But bottom line, you still take care of business. You're going to probably get a share of a conference title because you're going to knock everybody else off. But you never know. There's a lot of basketball left to be played. Cats fall tonight, 70-65. It's back to the drawing board, and you go on the road Tuesday night at Odessa. Always a tough place to play.
Yeah. And I tell you, Pleasant Hill always plays well here. They just always do. I don't care what their record is. They always play well here.
I'll be real honest. I think they're still making threes from last year when they played us here because I think they shot like 78% from 3 last year. But nevertheless, you get a loss. You got to go back to the drawing board. You're 12-6, and they're shutting lights off on us up here. I'm not real sure why, but I guess that means they want us to get rocking and rolling. So final score tonight, 70-65. Cats lose to Pleasant Hill. For Gary Davidson back here, for Jerry Forschler over there, I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Harrisonville. We'll get you a schedule for the next couple of weeks in a few days.